back when I feel like you know I don't play right. I'll put up a good fight. Just give me the word, like, You know I don't play right. You know I don't play right. Don't give me this. I'm gonna get back when I feel like you know I don't play. Put up a good fight. Just give me good fight. Damn right. You know I play right. Put up a good fight. You know I don't play right.
Another veteran versus a rising young talent. Well done, gets into the pocket. Flames are shooting at the back. Big angle, he turns it up, man. These guys are going for it. That final inside clip. Lurking in the smoke, well done. Round of applause. Welcome to a beautiful backdrop in Florida. This is Orlando Speed World, and this is round 3 of 8 of the Formula Drift Pro Championship. We call this FD Scorched because the sun has scorched us, but the rain has definitely cooled us down. In more ways than one, the speeds, the temperatures, all of it, you never know what you're gonna get, but Orlando always delivers some exciting battles. One of the most prolific rounds of the Formula Drift history. It's raw, it's dangerous, it's exciting, and it is Formula Drift, baby! It all began yesterday in qualifying, and today we had our head-to-head battles. Kicked off with our #1 qualifier because qualifying's back. Utilizing Wally and Chris, the Force Forsberg took out Daniel Stuckey in his Destin Industries all-new Z. Then it was Bakchis and Simon Olsen, former teammates. Simon Olsen's Mark V having some issues with his vehicle's transmission specifically, but Bakchis, one of the best chase drivers in the world, made his leading absolutely profound. Cole Richards, a true Formula Drift pro rookie, making his jump from pro spec, came out on top. Keep in mind, he does have a hurt motor, but he thinks he's got enough nitrous and enough willpower to take him on to the 8. Adam LZ, arguably one of the most popular drivers, takes down Ryan Literal. He knows his track probably better than a majority of the drivers in his Drift HQ E36. As things progress, Frederick, the Norwegian hammer Aasbo, wanted revenge on Rudy Hansen in top 32, and he did exactly that. He moves on into the top 16. Another 3-time champion advancing on. He had an early retirement in 32, and finally, we did get to see some rain after some delays. After this, after that, TLO gets knocked out as he retires, and coincidentally and ironically, the Rain X Toyota GR Corolla Rockstar driver Ryan Tuerck moves on into the top 16. There's just a few drivers that advanced on from 32 into 16, and now you are about to meet them. But first, if you could, please stand and remove your hats as we kick off our opening ceremonies here at round 3, Orlando Speed World of the Formula Drift Pro Championship. Please stand and remove your hats. Make some noise, Orlando! Are you ready to meet your top 16 drivers here at round 3 of the Formula Drift Pro Championship? Make some noise. Stomp your feet, if you will, Orlando. Get these bleachers a-rockin', and definitely don't come a-knocking with the motors. But we definitely want to see some knocking on some doors. We start with the first car park. This gentleman bids us to do a farewell tour. Throw up the horns. Coincidentally, the Rain-X Toyota GR Corolla won in the rain. You love him, you know him. Driver of the Rain-X Toyota GR Corolla, Rockstar Energy Drink driver, Ryan Tuerck. Moving on down the line, all 4 Toyotas in campaigning of the Formula Drift Championship are in. Don't know what it is, but this gentleman and Orlando are like peanut butter and jelly. He is Dominican's finest in the Methodam Kender Tires Mobile One Toyota GR86 from Dominican Republic, Jonathan Castro. A 3-time Formula Drift champion. He fought tooth and nail, got knocked out early, but here he is to fight for what he knows is his and getting back on the box in the Rockstar Energy Drink Toyota GR Supra on Kenda Tires. It is Frederick, the Norwegian Hammer Aasbo. A resident of Florida, he knows this track. This is probably one of the most driven tracks by this gentleman, this and E-Town, so make some noise for the Drift HQ LZ Manufacturing Heatwave BMW E36, Adam LZ. Moving on down the line, the checkered plants are ditched, and now we got the race suit. He is ready to do battle in his Permatex BMW on GT radial tires from the Pacific Northwest, banging doors. It is Dylan the Dozer Hughes. Moving on down the line with a beautiful umbrella fella. We call him Greg with 3 G's. He is in the Fleshlight Penthouse Clone X BMW from Southern California. His hat's backward because he's built for speed. Burning some rubber, Trenton Beechum. Business up front, party in the rear. The Rad Industries Mark IV Toyota Supra, GT Radial, Sun X Tools. He's quiet, but he speaks big angle. Make some noise for Rad Dan Burkett. The 22-year-old rising talent from Las Vegas, Nevada, Sin City, in his Sorensen Motorsports Quad Lock BMW. High flying Soren, Brandon Sorensen. Coming to us all the way from Japan in the Juku Racing, BC Racing, Jerry Yang. Kenda Tire 86, Evangelion vehicle is Wataru Masuyama. A gentleman coming to us right from here in Florida, now living in Georgia. This gentleman is a true Formula Drift Pro spec driver. Moving on to Pro. Keep it moving forward. It is Cole Richards. He's got his wife in his ears telling him what to do. He's got his kids on the ground supporting him, and he is supporting him more ways than one. With field suspension, GT radial, Subi mods, Subaru BRZ. It is Odi Bakchis. Coming through. You're defending and only 5-time Formula Drift champion, And now I have to assume unofficially has the points lead. It was an all-Irish battle in 32, taking out our points leader, a fellow friend, a fellow countryman, taking out Connor Shanahan. Make some noise for the O'Reilly Auto Parts, Pennzoil, Nitto Tires, Ford Racing, Ford Mustang, RTR, Spec 5, FD, James the Machine, Deane! As James said, bring back qualifying, and Chris couldn't agree more with the introduction of Wally in that Destined Industries Kenda tire. Nismo, all new Z. Drift Alliance is flying the flag. Make some noise for the #1 qualifier, 3-time FD champion, Chris the Force Forsberg. All the way from Northern California, wife by his side, the GT radials on the corner, and by his side, protecting him from all the elements. In the Portland Performance, Heat Wave, Drift Cave, Corvette, the Beast from the Bay, 777, Matt Field.
Thank you.
Rounding out the 4-car Toyota team here on track, an OG, the original from 2004, that Gretty Motul Kenda Tires Toyota GR86. Look at the camera right here, and smile and throw out the hang loose for Kenshiro Gushi. And last but definitely not least, the older brother of the Shanahan duo out here. He is in that Pulsar Turbo Systems Kumo Tires BMW, a second season in the Formula Drift Championship on Strom wheels. It is Jack Shanahan. There are your 16 drivers and pilots ready to do battle here on this iconic track, Orlando Speed World. You see it, you see the sun, the heat, the wet, the puddles, all of it, and some great fans. So tell them to tune in now on the Racer Plus Network, where you watch this and every single round of the Formula Drift Pro and Pro Spec Championship, including a bunch of other Racer Network content, shows, and podcasts. Are you ready to send it, Orlando? We'll take a short break, and we come back. We'll see our first pair on the start line for Formula Drift Scorch. I'm Jared Deane. We'll get Jacob Getz up here, Lorette Nickel. We'll be right back.
Vibe and live loud. This is what we are.
Check engine, ABS, or maintenance light on? There's an O'Reilly Auto Parts. Turn left, Tyler.
Take the guesswork out of your warning lights with O'Reilly Veriscan. It's free and provides a report with solutions verified by ASE certified master technicians. And if you don't want to do the repair yourself, we can recommend a shop for you.
Okay, Tyler, let's go fix your car.
Auto Parts.
At the limit, performance tells the truth. From the drift track to off-road to the open road, Kenda engineers its tires where failure is not an option. Vesda Performance, Cleaver All-Terrain. One engineering standard, professional grade. From the podium to the pavement. Kenda, find your retailer at kendatire.com.
What a beautiful sight here to be back once again. Yeah, cracking those rock stars. What are we drinking here? The Rockstar Punch?
Fruit punch.
Sustains mind, body, energy.
I mean,
proven performance. Caffeine. Rockstar Energy Blend.
Damn, that was good.
Snap into it. All right. Well, here we go. Cracking into it. Yeah, there you go. I know you already cracked yours. Cheers, brother. Here we go. We are about to send it. Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's good.
The sweet taste of freedom. Talking about Formula Drift, TGIFD, baby. Thank goodness it's Formula Drift. Thank you so much for joining us. If you are in the building or around the world, I'm Jared Deane. This is Jacob Gettens. Again, Jacob, my co-host for Pro, as well as host of the Outer Zone podcast for anything past, present, and future in Formula Drift history and stories being unfolded and told. All right, so as our bracketology has just broken down from qualifying yesterday, James Deane notoriously it made the internet, said, bring back qualifying. We got it, but with a little help of a homie named Wally. I'm not talking about the Disney flick, even though we are here in O-Town and Orlando, Kissimmee, whatever you want to call it. As we look at this qualifying, Chris Forsberg, number one qualifier, going against the other OG since 2004, Kenshiro Gushi. And you got Brandon. So what do you think about that?
I like it. I mean, it's a great battle. I mean, once again, of OGs, it's like, what year is it? I mean, they've done 10 battles. That's it. I thought it would be a lot more, but 10 battles.
But only for so long, right?
I think I'm going back pretty deep.
Historically?
Yeah, that's historic. That's way back.
I'm wildly surprised.
I know. There's a few.
Brandon Sorensen and Masuyama. Sorensen's on a tear.
Yeah, he is. I mean, in practice, looking through the Wally system, he had the best proximity score on average over anybody. His chase game, undeniable. Masuyama, though, when he's on, man, he's on.
All right, then we got Jack Shanahan and Jonathan Castro. I love Jack. Love him and his lady, the Shanahan family. They're kind of punk rock. I like that.
Yeah.
But Castro and Orlando are a match made in heaven or hell, depending on which side you live on.
Yeah, it's just magic. I did catch up with Jack. I'm like, what's going on, dude? He's like, I don't know. I'm not putting it together right now. They're going to make some changes to the car. I expect them to be a lot quicker.
Odie Bakchis and Dan Burkett.
Yeah. It's be good. I mean, Odie battled Simon Olsen. That was kind of down on Gearings. It's going to be his first head-to-head battle. Rad Dan has looked as good as he's ever been.
But he's having driveline issues,
He's having driveline issues, so we'll see. Odie might, he's been just kind of going after the injured at this point.
Cole Richards, this kid is just quiet. He's having fun. He's just chilling, man. Chilling hard, man. And talk about contrary, Matt Field, wound up tight, and he's the beast in the bay.
Yeah, and I mean, Matt, he needs to get this in. He's had 2 rough rounds with some crazy calls. He's got to get this in. Cole Richards, though, I mean, he looks like he's ready to fall asleep. He's so chill, loves this track.
In a good way, not
in a bad way. He's relaxed. He loves this. So it's really a battle of 2 opposing forces.
Adam LZ and James Deane, former teammates on the Ford RTR camp. Adam LZ has been campaigning his BMW for a minute, and James Deane, undeniably, best drifter in the world.
Yeah, I really, really like this matchup. They've done 4 battles over the years. James Deane's won 3 of them. But I mean, for Adam, it's definitely redemption time. Adam's car is very, very quick, on par with the RTR Mustangs. So head-to-head, it's pretty good. And with those big Mustangs, like, you get into the pocket, and the pocket's so big on it that, like, when you get proximity, it looks like you're really, really close because how large the car is.
Well, him and Connor Shanahan were 100% proximity on those. So yeah. I'm just saying that. Frederick Aasbo, Trent Beechum. Obviously, Beechum, he's growing, but Aasbo, he has redemption. And then finally, Dylan Hughes and Ryan Tuerck.
Love it. I mean, old versus new in this, kind of the rising force versus the OG. Really like it.
All right, you ready to see this, Orlando? We got Gushi shirts, we got Adam LZ shirts, we got Drift fans, we got party shirts. Those guys are lifeguards on duty, baby. They're not saving lives. They're trying to save their own, man. Trying to stay alive, cranking some brews and cranking some tunes. That's what we're about to do, man. But a symphony of some exhaust notes. Not talking about real instruments, not talking about guitars, microphones, xylophones, anything. We're talking about those exhaust notes. Magnaflow, Borla, whatever. You choose your weapon. real-time scoring. So I said unofficially that James Deane is your points leader, and I stand corrected. So James Deane still sits in second. Connor Shanahan, I saw him walk up here. He is sitting up here in the spotters tower. He's going to cheer on his brother and his fellow countrymen. Speaking of which, Jack Shanahan sits in sixth. Frederick Aasbo 7. Dylan Hughes, Von Gittin Jr. obviously not in the building, so Christopher Forsberg will potentially move up. Tuerck, Beechum, Matt Field, Ken Gushi, all those drivers are here in the top 16. So as we take a look at our top 15 Drivers' Championship standings, and keep in mind, this is only round 3 of 8. 3 new rounds, 3 new locations, I should say. Stafford, Connecticut, most recently, or coming up the closest.
Yep.
Indy and Las Vegas, peppered in with a little Seattle, and of course LB2. So as Jacob and I sit here high, eye in the sky, I throw it down to another member of our broadcast team, Lorette Nickel.
Hello, gang. So excited to be here. Top 16, Dylan Hughes. Man, this track, this weather, what are you expecting going into your next battle?
I'm definitely expecting the unexpected. I mean, it could torrential downpour at any second here, like we've seen all weekend long. I mean, it's probably been full wet to full dry like 10 times this weekend. So we'll see what the weather gods have in stake for us, but either way, we're going to adapt and have some fun.
Okay, and are you making adjustments on the fly?
Definitely. Yeah. It changes per lap. Like as soon as I pulled up to my top 32 battle with Tommy Lemaire, literally we start seeing drops on the windshield, and that completely changes the way that you attack the first turn, right? Like that bank is so sketchy, that concrete wall gives you zero room for error. So you're kind of just learning on the fly when you're already on the track, right? So, yeah.
Yeah, a lot of big things, learning the track, learning the weather, and trusting in, of course, your skills and the car. But we'll see you on the right side of the bracket.
Sounds good.
16.
We talked about Dylan Hughes, how calm he is, man, and he's really chill. But like you said, let's take a look back at Long Beach. Long Beach was one heck of a way to kick it off. Cole Richards.
No good?
As Long Beach is always an exciting one, unforgiving walls. And I love how Cole Richards said it. He's like, dude, I love that track. It's crazy how many drivers love that track on how forgiving it is.
Yeah, I think it's because the boundaries are very clear. It's a vertical wall. You're going to see it. You know exactly how good you're doing. You can feel it. If you have a great run, you'll hear that rear bumper grinding. If you have a bad run, you're going to hear a lot of other parts grinding on it. But ultimately, Connor Shanahan took the win there. You brought us to the absolutely stunning and best sunset of the year already, Atlanta.
Yeah, Road Atlanta. It all began there 23 years ago in 2004, and it continues to just rise to the occasion with the driving, the fan base, all of it. But Von Gittin Jr., 2010 and 2020 champion, the boss man of RTR, and it was an RTR final, but Von Gittin Jr., here's his name echo through where the red dirt meets the asphalt of Road Atlanta. Von Gittin Jr. now south of the border, racing some Raptors for Ford Racing at the Baja 500. Got a text from yesterday. I'm sure he's tuning in if he's not behind the wheel of a Raptor. Here's our schedule. Orlando, obviously we're here. Stafford, Connecticut, tune in or be there. Indianapolis Raceway Park, a pro and a prospect round 4 and 5, and obviously 2 and 3. Then we go to Seattle. Close, gaining ground as far as one of my favorite rounds of competition. Las Vegas Motor Speedway, the Bull Ring playing host. That will be the grand finale of the Prospect Championship, and the final round of the Pro Championship will be LB2, as we lovingly call it, the Shoreline Showdown. Let's look at the technology. Wally, we call it Race Data Labs. That's who created it.
Yeah, this gives you an idea of how far this has come already in this time. Here is an animation taken away from an actual run coming through this weekend. It gives you a breakdown of this track overlay and shows you exactly what is possible. And it's incredible how far this technology has come in such a short period of time. As we start to talk a little bit about the new True Drift system, we'll have more information about that soon. But there you go. That is a 3D animation of that final battle you saw there in Atlanta. And True Drift, powered by Wally. Take a look, truedrift.com.
All right. And here are the keys to success, brought to you by K&N, the official filter of Formula Drift.
Yeah, stay high on that bank. Get up there on that first zone. That is absolutely massive. And these areas are weighted. I mean, the first zone is the biggest part of it. They want to see you get as close as you possibly can. Inside clips are important for sure, but not nearly as much. And then zone 3, that final zone at the very end, that lower bank, it's still a big part of it. And you want to finish strong there. The tires are bleeding off, and you're doing your absolute best just to hang on to that car before you get across the line.
And keep in mind, we talk about weighted, just the percentage of the track. That was more focused on qualifying yesterday. 20 for that outer zone 1 as our judges scrutinized Robbie Nishida, Brian Eggert, Reese Marin, Vernon Svanveld is in the building. He is sitting off in the wings, assisting, utilizing that Wally technology as far as all those elements, line, angle, style. But again, it's about head-to-head. So again, 25-5 and 10. As we take a look at our next bets, get your next bets in. What's the next bet? You make the next bet. Go to nextbets.com or go ahead and scan that QR code, 21 and plus, and you can see the odds there. A lot of odds on favorite for James the Machine Deane. Obviously, Connor Shanahan, he is knocked out. Wouldn't really necessarily bet on him, maybe a prop bet or something like that. But if you can't bet, get your Flip Fantasy on. And this is a way, no money exchange here. It's just, again, just a fantasy sport. So Connor Shanahan, obviously a crowd on favorites. Dylan Hughes, he's up there quite a bit. So again, go to Flip Fantasy as FLYP Fantasy. Yeah, scan the QR code there. Vote now and scan, and when we come back, let's get down to business. Go ahead and nuzzle on up as we will be right back here with the continuation of round 3 of the Formula Drift Pro Championship.
Drifting is not just a sport, it's culture, it's in our blood.
Here we go, Andy Haley. Oh, he is riding that tire right on that white line.
Tires are what we live and breathe in Formula D. We couldn't do this without them.
Through this lens, I catch details others might pass right by. Some might see a car. I see tuners taking care of what they love. The care poured into every engine. The trust in Pennzoil to keep it running strong. This moment, these drivers, the machine under this hood, that's what lasts.
Engine protection for the lifetime of your vehicle. Pennzoil, long may we drive. Available at your local O'Reilly Auto Parts.
With the Canon Image ProGraph Pro 1100 professional photo printer, my images come alive in print. What I see through my lens is what you see on the wall. Vivid, detailed, and accurate.
Something has awakened. The horsepower and torque you always knew was there, just waiting to make every drive thrilling. Track tested, off-road proven, performance for everything you drive. Drive better with K&N.
BC Forged Wheels, custom built per order, offering extensive design, finish, and machining options. Strength, style, and precision come standard. Track proven, street ready. BC Forged, proud sponsor of Formula Drift 2026.
Adam LZ here to tell you that motorsports has taken me just about everywhere. And no matter the scenario, Link ECU is the answer. The flexibility Link gives me for drifting, the precision I need on track, the durability to handle off the track, and the reliability you want in a daily driver. Even when pushing an entire motorsport to a bigger level, Link ECU has been with me every step of the way.
All right, there it is, Chris Forsberg, Kenshiro Gushi. These gentlemen have been competing since 2004. Maybe a little gray hair here and there, you can see the age, but regardless, Hey, I was right there with him, so it's just so, like you said, what year is it?
Yeah.
2004, 5, 10, 24? No, it's 2026. Chris the Force Forsberg, Destin Industries, all new Z, pulling away what's white, black, and red. Well, these two vehicles on the track. Forsberg initiates high on the bank. The Kenda tires scrubbing almost that wall. Nice shot. Gushi tucks in a little bit lower on the bank. Now coming through that power alley. Gushi dives in, straightens out, backs off. Again, the degree of angle here. They did take sight laps. We let them take sight laps to check the conditions, see what the puddle, the slickness, or the gripness is out here on track. Forsberg in that VR powered as a GTR motor under the hood of that all-new Z.
Great way to kick things off. Yeah, like I said, you don't know what year it is. First battle for them, 2005 in Houston, and haven't seen head-to-head since 2017.
Houston.
Seems crazy. Yeah, I know, Houston. Great battle so far. Big thing is that middle section of the track through zone 2 and 3, really, really slick. Now you can see Chris already getting that steam piled up and then flips it over to smoke mode. And outside zone 4 looks good. Throw 1 and 4, really nice and dry. 2 and 3, not so much. But yeah, Gushi, a little bit late to initiate. He's got to get that proximity back in. And does a really good job. He's punching for it. He's really darting in and out. And has to back off a little bit more, get that car floated out a bit more, waiting for Chris to kind of light off. And there it is. So Gushi, yeah, a little bit late to the party, but showed up bringing drinks.
Fun fact, who won the championship in 2005?
Sam?
Reese Matskills Miller.
Oh, it was Reese.
Here we go. Kenshiro Gushi will lead. Chris Forsberg giving chase. Here goes that Toyota GR86 across the nose of the Z. Whoa! Forsberg initiates, has to back off. Gushi a little low there on the bank, and I'm glad they salvaged that. Would hate to see them get into a tussle there early on. Now transitioning through that power alley into that second inside zone. Very wet is that section. You can see him just navigating. Chris Forsberg chomping at the bit right there. Great placement by Ken Gushi out front. Puts it right into that crease. That got very precarious out of the gate. Let's run that back and take a look as far as car placement goes, initiation.
Yeah, it was a little bit precarious, as you said. There's always going to be a bit of a decel whenever you have an initiation, but Ken's pretty low on the bank. Chris comes in charging, and you need to. You've got to try and keep up on initiation, or you're going to have what happened to Ken Gushi on the previous run. So on first glance, I think Ken, he just didn't really get that car out to the right spot. And Chris, he's fighting for it. He's trying to get in there. Finally, it takes about halfway through the fourth outside zone before everything gets a little bit more tidy, but another spicy battle. Yeah, Ken takes a second to get that car lit off. That's the first thing that I kind of noticed.
Yeah, that's you can see just the launch there. Like you said, that outside zone, he was right on that line, that cusp, right? So, yeah, want to see what the judges think as far as that goes. And seemed like Chris was just kind of undulating back and forth to really keep that composure and just keep the car at angle going next to Ken Gushi. Let's take a look. O'Reilly Auto Parts top 16. Slide him left for Forsberg or right for Ken Gushi. And it looks like Chris, the Force Forsberg, gets the win. Wow. Chris Forsberg gets the win. Again, flying that Drift Alliance flag. And speaking of Drift Alliance and another DA member, Lorette Nickel, 2 New Hampshire kids down there in the pits.
2 New Hampshire kids, live free or die. We were just talking about the track and how it's changing and how Ryan Tuerck is going to be watching every battle leading up to his with Dylan Hughes. But is it tough anticipating the setup that you're going to run?
It's definitely tough because the track is ready to change. It's changing every single time somebody's on it, and the bank's going to be dry. The center section is going to take the longest to dry up with some potential standing water. So you come barreling off the bank with a lot of speed into a wet section that feels like ice. And we've all felt this yesterday, and I felt it obviously earlier today in my 32 battle. But yeah, it's tough conditions, and things change very quickly. So we're just going to try to keep our eye on it as best as possible. And we probably won't make much of a change just to keep it consistent on the car itself. So I know what I'm working with.
Well, Ryan, thank you so much. We'll see him do battle against his buddy, Dylan Hughes.
And there you can see the sun is setting. Chelsea Denofa, his Fox Body Mustang sitting there. Chelsea brought out, I was talking to his wife. You said a fleet?
Yeah.
His wife said this is like a small percentage of their fleet.
Oh, I know.
This is a drop in the bucket. As we look at Brandon Sorensen and Wataru Masuyama, you can see Brandon Sorensen will lead, Masuyama giving chase. And again, it is dark here. Those lights, there's just there's two big ones right in the middle of outside zone 1, lighting up that outside, that first outside zone. So we'll see. Here we go. Brandon Sorensen out front. Masuyama chasing him down. That signature purple and green. Brandon Sorensen high on the bank. Really trusting the grip levels high on the bank. And like Ryan said, everybody's taking notes on how it is transforming throughout the event. Sorensen, massive angle here. Masuyama struggling to keep that proximity and the angle as Sorensen keeps it sideways and really smoky right in front of that Japanese pilot.
Yeah, very mature run there from Brandon Sorensen. He gets a little wild. I mean, he really hucks into that initiation at the first zone. Look at that, right up on the wall. Now he's just dancing on that left foot brake to hold the front end down while he's ripping the rear tires. Masuyama's got to catch up through here, and he makes a dive really late in a kind of a strange spot. He's got to back out of it. Brandon not phased at all, just playing his game. Now he gets the tires lit off, immediately jumps on the left foot brake. Got to slow the front end down, keep the rear wheels spinning. And Masuyama does a good job through the rest of it. So I think Brandon went out, ran an absolutely incredible run. Masuyama just needs to work on the timing just a little bit. I would like to see him dive. You know, if he's going to make that commitment, do it much earlier on or make it after the transition. Trying to dive in at an inner clip very rarely works out, but I mean, easy for me to say up here, very, very difficult to do when you're in the car.
Judging, watching, look at the baby, look at the baby. All right, here we go. Wataru Masuyama will lead. Look at that menacing front end. Just getting the robot. Here we go. We got a clean start. Look at the wonky headlights. You can see him shooting at angle, and that's a little strategery as Brandon Sorensen. Masuyama taps the wall. He stays in it. Brandon final. We got that D-beat on that back left. This is the final run. If he powers through it, and look, you can see the tire. It's about to exit the chat. Masuyama, he is on steel right now, baby. Brandon Sorensen pushing him around the track. Masuyama stays in it. Tire fire, but it's only one because he lost that back left one. Wheels of steel, and I'm not talking about spinning on techniques, baby. I'm talking about ripping some 86s, courtesy of the Japanese driver, Masuyama. Wow.
Oh, man. I was giggling like a schoolgirl all the way around that lap. Brandon Sorensen literally pushed Masuyama around the track. So Masuyama on a bit more of a tighter line, and then they start to just ping pong back and forth. Masuyama, I believe he D-beated already at that point, so he's going to be going slower no matter what. And then Brandon kind of catches him up with the here. He's got to hold that car back. Masuyama's got the one tire fire going. And then look at this. Brandon just goes, well, I'll just help you around. I want to finish this battle. Oh, my gosh.
Wow.
Wow,
the young man helping the older gentleman cross the street.
And look at Justin Smash. He's there. He sees it, too. He's like, okay, I got to get this shot. Masuyama's, the tire's still turning. It's not making a lot of grip, but it's doing something.
Okay, so here's the question.
Yeah.
Did Masuyama hit the wall independently? Did Brandon force him into it? Because as you said, it ping-ponged around. We're going to run it back. That angle, in that first replay that you were calling, it looked like Masuyama hit the wall and came off and hit Brandon. We need to see that overhead for sure, the true serum camera. So you see Brandon go in, he's diving. I don't see any contact, and then Masuyama comes off the wall.
Yeah, I think Masuyama caught the wall first, based on that angle alone. And Brandon is just so far in.
This is going to be telling.
Yeah, you've got to keep an eye out for it. But Masuyama, he's on a bit of a tighter line coming through here. And I don't see Brandon making contact right there. Now, Masuyama hit the wall first. That's the way it's looking. It's very quick, but it is there.
Yeah, again, black, just that darkness, that gap in between. I want to see if his...
That's just after the camera. It's right there. It's that split second. You see Masuyama's car lose a bit of angle while the rear end makes contact. Brandon, check engine light came on. It's still there, right?
Signature.
Yeah.
Brandon Sorensen, Wataru Masuyama. Make some noise for him. The hood is popped. Yeah, come on now.
It's a bit of a flex having hood struts that still work in a drift car.
It's got aircon.
I wouldn't be shocked, to be honest. I wouldn't be shocked.
A radio standard?
Yeah, I mean,
dude,
got to.
What's your walk-up song? I'll let you think on that.
Yeah, thank you. I need
I'll let you. That's a big question right there. It's a Big question. All right, so there it is. Kenda Tires doing some work, but obviously when you hit the wall, you can see, again, Evangelion, an iconic anime series that both Jacob and I love, and a lot of fans out there of Evangelion and Evangelion Racing, inspired there by the Nerve livery. So it kind of, you know, it's a robot that did battle, man. Yeah. All right, what do you got?
Immigrant Song, Led Zeppelin.
There we go, good one. Brandon Sorensen gets the win. Slide him left for this gentleman as Wataru Masuyama unfortunately gets the wall. Just want to yell over to my judges over here and make sure that Wataru hit the wall first, and that was not contact of Brandon. And yeah, so want to make sure. Hey, Reese. Yeah, I want to make sure, Reese, can you hear me? I can't hear you just yet, but we're going to turn you on there, bud. No,
hear me now?
Not. There we go. There we go.
You can hear me now?
Yes, sir.
There we go. Oh yeah, we were reviewing the footage here. We just wanted to make sure that Brandon wasn't responsible for Masuyama.
Do you agree, Reese, that Brandon kind of saved Masuyama from maybe even straightening out even more? If he wasn't there, him coming off that wall, he might have straightened even a little more. So maybe a little bit of safety net?
I mean, you know, anything's a possibility. I mean, these guys are chucking their cars in really fast. There's a lot of dynamics and physics going on in there. So, I mean, anything is possible, you know what I mean? But in this case, Brandon just kind of caught a little bit of luck, caught a little bit of skill.
Yep.
But he ended up getting the win.
All right, well, I appreciate it. There's Vernon Von Veld there on the right, the bald head there, and then we got Reese Marin. What, just call like I see him. Michael there from Race Data Labs on the far right. Brian Egger and Robin Ishida as we throw it down to another member of our broadcast team, Lorette Nickel. Down to you.
Jared, thank you very much. Chris Forsberg and I were just watching the last battle on track. And Chris, how do you approach these tricky conditions?
I mean, it's tough. There's wet setups and dry setups in the car, and we have dry banks and wet lowers. And so it's trying to figure out the right balance in the car so you have good speed and control on the bank, but also being able to catch it in those wet, standing water conditions down through the infield. So, you know, we made a call in the car. It felt good. It was a little wound up tight, but it gave us good drive on Ken. So we're able to get the win and keep the car in control, moving on to top 8.
Amazing. Well, we are going to see Chris Forsberg do battle in Grade 8 coming up, but we want to make sure that you don't go anywhere because it's round 3 here in Orlando. Top 16, more to come.
Yamava Resort and Casino at San Manuel is giving away a Maserati Thursdays in October. Play all month long for a chance to take home an elegant and powerful Italian sports car. Details at Yamava.com. Must be 21 to enter. Please gamble responsibly.
Yamava Resort and Casino at San Manuel. You in?
Looking for a college where you can learn by doing? The University of Northwestern Ohio puts the wrench in your hand and your future in motion.
I would recommend UNOH to anybody who wants to excel in this industry.
With industry connections, cutting-edge equipment, and programs in automotive, diesel, high performance, robotics, and more, this is education that works.
You will come to this school and you will leave 10 times what you were when you came here.
Apply now at unoh.edu.
Get out there and have fun. Because you've got Meguiar's. And we've got your back. From wash, to paint care, to maintenance and more, Meguiar's has your hybrid ceramic solution for every adventure. Meguiar's, reflect your passion.
There's a place no map will show you. A secret spot. A high-performance hideout for cars that crave chaos. New brakes? Check. Roll cage? Check. A spoiler so big it doubles as a picnic table? Oh, you bet. Every apex we nailed, every second we shaved, it's all knowledge that goes right back into your ride. Look like fun? It is. You in?
Welcome back. We are a quarter of the way into our O'Reilly Auto Parts Top 16. I know my family's watching at home right now. Shout out to Stephanie, Parker, and Tyson watching at home. I know Kirsten Gutierrez, they're watching in comfort of their own home. So we got a bunch of family all across the globe watching. Your family, your mom's in the building, you got some kids in the building, your wife and wife.
3 kids here. Yeah, it's crazy.
Bring them all down.
Might as well.
Cousins, uncles, roommates, dog. Yeah,
I live in Florida. Everybody's trying to come down here.
Right, exactly. Odie Bakchis, Dan Burkett. Odie Bakchis in this brand new debuted, right? Is that what we're looking at?
Jackie Castro. Yeah.
Oh, thank you for.
There we go.
All right, I apologize.
Interns.
Just blinded by the light.
Yeah.
All right, Jack Shanahan and Jonathan Castro. Like I said, Shanahan, or we were talking about it. Shanahan's just not feeling the flow. I don't know. I mean, you got to think, commuting from Ireland, coming over here, new car for him. Castro, he loves this place. So we'll see if the magic continues for Jonathan Castro. Jack Shanahan up on that bank, and if whatever's not working, keep not working, because it's working out. Yes, sir. You see the reflection of the taillights up there on the green wall. The big green monster now coming, transitioning through. Oh, look at that. And you see, like I'm saying, dude, Castro on this track, he bangs the wheels on the back of Shanahan. Wow.
Yeah, wow.
All right, so some contact was made there. We'll take a look. I'm sure they'll pull up to the line because that front right tapped that back left of Shanahan.
Yeah, Let's
look at it again.
Jack's going to play it out. I think having these patchy conditions is playing into Jack's hand right now. I mean, he basically lives in a land of just patchy roads all the time. So it's looking really good. I love how Castro is able to adapt on this. Tries to worm his way back up. It's a tough spot when you get into that. Now the pavement dries out. Castro, it's a pretty good hit on that rear wheel. I wouldn't be shocked if Jack wants to take a look at it. But man, Jack's back in it. I really do. I think having a patchy track, he just came out and said, no, this is it. This is exactly what I wanted. If it was all dry, it would probably be a tougher go for him. But it was a good hit.
You got to think, not at a huge degree of angle, but that right, it looked like it hit maybe just right in front of that.
Yeah, they're back up there,
yeah,
though.
And like you said, the way Jack works and his mentality is like, dude, whatever, man. Let's just do it. Like, he doesn't, he's kind of like myself where it's like, dude, don't delay inevitable. Let's just cook. Yeah. Let's go. Let's burn the meatloaf. All right, here we go. Jonathan Castro. He's cooking right now. Yeah. As Castro initiates, Jack drops into formation. Castro, massive angle. Dominican's finest coming down into that power alley, transitioning into those inside clips. Oh! Jack slides right there into formation. Once again, banging, grinding, bumping and grinding all the way through the finish line. Castro and Shanahan. Castro and the Irish stew of, previously James Deane, now Shanahan. He is unflappable here in Orlando. I don't know what it is about the hollowed grounds of Orlando and Castro.
Man, Jack's car is noticeably faster. Like, noticeably faster. He had to back out there at the last second. Yeah, it does take Castro a second to get that car lit off, but once he does, he's doing a great job through the first outside zone. Coming through the insides, everything's looking good. Jack with another that's a bold dive in really patchy conditions. Now Jack really pushing the pace. They've got this car wicked up. Like, that is a completely different vehicle at this point. So whatever sauce they put in it during the break, man, he's got to have picked up a few miles an hour because, yeah. Oh, man, what a battle. You have to remember, too, he went through 2-1 more times. He's got more laps right now in battle conditions than anybody else. So, but Castro's lead run was great. Took him a second to get fired off, but once he did, tough choice here for the judges. Oh, fun.
Yeah.
Love it.
Yeah, like I said, I don't know what it is about Castro in this place. I mean, it's amazing. Slide him left for Shanahan, right for Jonathan Castro. Some great driving by Castro, but Jack Shanahan advances on Jonathan Castro. You gotta love him. Obviously missing his wife and kids back at home, a graduation there, but again, we love you, Castro. So as Jack Shanahan advances on, Lorette Nichols with another driver that advances. He's going against Chris Forsberg. Lorette with Brandon Sorensen.
Well, Brandon, you are going against Chris Forsberg in the next battle, but man, that first one, top 16, was so tricky.
Yeah, I got a little carried away there at the end. I knew that he had basically made contact with the wall and that I didn't know that the tire came off the bead. So I saw him get back on the gas after touching the wall. I was like, heck yeah, like we're gonna keep on going, like, you know, let's go. Well, as we were going around the last turn, I know from the contact that I basically had gotten the win as long as I didn't do anything dumb, but do something dumb is exactly what I did, and basically pushed him across the finish line, which like caused him to loop out and made this like, you know, big call. But I got carried away having too much fun, so, you know, it happens.
So the lesson learned here is we're going to stay nice and cool and calm in the grade 8 next time we see Brandon doing battle. Brandon, thanks.
Well, I don't know if that's the right technique going against Forsberg. He is on it, so he's going to need to bring his A game. Bakchis, Dan Burkett, that's who we're looking at now. Got a little ahead of myself there, I apologize, but Bakchis, Dan Burkett. Odie in that fuel suspension, the brand new vehicle, that Subaru BRZ. Dan Burkett, surprisingly, or not surprising that he won, but surprisingly one match between these two drivers, but Bakchis and Dan Burkett. Odie will be leading in that fuel suspension BRZ. Lights extinguish and they're off. Clean start. Let's see, we're seeing some more smoke, so the track is trying out definitely on the bank. Bakchis winds it up. Dan Burkett drops into formation. Very clinical, good straight approach. Looks like Odie pulling away from Burkett. He takes the wrong line and throws him off course in that Mark IV Rat Industries Supra. And Bakchis just set it and forget it. Well done by Bakchis. Absolutely clinical, a surgeon on the track with that clean air. Easy work.
Yeah. I mean, Odie is locked in right now. It's a very, very dangerous place for everybody else when Odie looks like this. Red Dan does a great job getting into the pocket here through outside zone 1. As they come through 2, obviously they're losing a lot of grip. Dan gets caught out on the inside. Unfortunately, he's got to throw down the anchor, slow that car up a lot so he doesn't shoot off track. Does a great job of adjusting, but by then, Odie's already got that car lit up and starting to walk away to the last outside zone. So great job for Dan. I mean, I love how aggressive he is coming through that center section. Unfortunately, it didn't really pay off the way he wanted it to. And Odie, man, he looks locked in.
Yeah, what's really commendable about Odie is, you know, a new car, the debut of it. It just goes to show you just the diversity of his driving, just over the years from Vegas Drift, Southern California. Just he just is of a different caliber. He's very quiet, soft-spoken, but he's just an excellent pilot. Here we go. Look at that timing right there on initiation by Bakchis. Dan Burkett allows that because he times it perfectly. Good angle from Dan Burkett. Odie, again, applying the pressure through the smoke. Whoa. And look at that timing there. It looked like he was going to go on the inside, but he just made those small little micro adjustments to drop back and get into that pocket. Bakchis right now, I mean, all signs are saying that he could win this whole event, man. Just the way he's driving, navigating the dry spots, the wet spots, the timing is just impeccable.
Yeah, it's a good spot. It's an interesting side of the bracket, too, based on the point standing. So Rad Dan a little bit lower through that first outside zone. Odie does a great job of adapting to it. Then Dan starts to climb up closer to the top of the bank. Inside zones look good. And yeah, Odie did the exact same thing that Dan did, but he was able to hold on to it a little bit longer, wait it out, and then not have to make any major adjustments. Then gets into the side of Rad Dan and just sets the car and forgets it. I think I saw Rad Dan wave him over, too. He was pretty pumped on that chase. There's so much camaraderie between these drivers, and it's like that game respects game, right? When someone's on your door, you're as stoked as they are.
Well, like I said, it's the platform. You know, Dan Burkett did a good job leading, so that allowed Bakchis to drop into formation, and it allows Odie to get the win. Bakchis gets the win and advances on into the Great 8. We are in the O'Reilly Auto Parts Top 16. We're halfway through. Chris Forsberg versus Brandon Sorensen. Jack Shanahan versus Bakchis. All right, Lorette, you're a busy gal down there, but again, we want to see these conditions keep on keeping on.
Well, Jack down here talking about his run against Jonathan Castro, and you feel a lot more confident with that one.
Yeah, that was good. Me and Castro are great buddies, and we had a great chat before we got in the car and stuff, and it was good. I felt like I'd done all I could in my lead. The patchy conditions were obviously tricky. His lead is probably better through the midfield. Like, he judged the patchiness even better than me. But he hit me a few times in my lead. I was like, I have to return the favor, and thankfully he stayed in it, and I think it made for a good show. So yeah, we just got the win. I'm pretty pumped. Like, if I could just keep going right now, I'd be happy. But yeah, we're just going to see how it is. To be honest, coming this weekend, top 8 is kind of all I wanted because I know I'm not the strongest driver in this track, but after taking down someone like Castro, I reckon that we've got a good shot to keep going. So, I don't know, we'll just keep going, throw the kitchen sink at it.
Quickly, you're Jack Shanahan. Why do you think you're not the strongest driver in the field?
Just with this track, I struggled here last year, so it's not that I don't think I'm the strongest driver in the field. I think that I'm quite intimidating, but yeah, no, just on this track, I just wasn't 100% comfortable. And then after the tough battle in top 32, I thought we were after losing our momentum, but that felt good. So yeah, it's time to keep sending it now and see how it is.
Jack, thanks so much.
You gotta love it. Keep sending it, as he says. And again, Jack, I am intimidating.
A little bit.
He made that clear, right? All right, so as we are seeing, we are looking at, again, Cole Richards and Matt Field, the Beast from the Bay. Cole Richards and Matt. Cole will lead. Matt Field giving him chase. Let's see what Cole can do. He has been absolutely on it. And as Cole kind of rolled into it, he was rolling, Cole, but Matt Field, you saw him kind of have to back off and evade some contact, but tucking in to the smoke trail. Look at Matt Field jump back up like a trampoline. Gets right to the side of him, almost pulling him around the track. Talk about intimidating. Matt Field, you saw him jump back off. He did that a couple times against Cole. Keep in mind, Cole does have that hurt engine.
Yeah, and I mean, it doesn't seem to show too much. I mean, yeah, it's tough though. Cole doesn't make his way all the way to the top of the bank right away. Matt Field kind of gets caught out by it, and he's doing his best now to get through the rest of it. Big float out here. Matt is way on the inside, but does an amazing job of holding on to it and not doing anything too crazy. Now they get to outside zone 4. He is so aggressive right now. Like this is the most aggressive I think I've ever seen Matt Field. It's gloves off every single battle. Yeah, I'm not sure how much power Cole's making or how that engine's feeling, but he's doing everything he can to get through. I mean, they've got that rear end of that car really soft. He's lifting a wheel, and now we're hearing there's a 5-minute being called for Cole. Yeah, for Cole.
Yeah,
so something's going on.
And that could really, it's not a 100% indicator, but you have to deduce that he is not at 100. We already knew that, but it is a competition timeout now. You know, with that hurt engine, with all the signs, that's saying that might have impeded on that field, and you know the judges have to take that in consideration on, you know, looking at the data of Wally and taking a look at that. So things are unfolding here. We take our first break here of the O'Reilly Auto Parts Top 16. We're already halfway through as Cole Richards calls a timeout. Matt Field says, let's keep the party going like these guys, right? Party shirts are on, the lights are on. When we come back, the party continues.
At the limit, performance tells the truth. From the drift track to off-road to the open road, Kenda engineers its tires where failure is not an option. Vesda Performance, Cleaver all-terrain, one engineering standard, professional grade. From the podium to the pavement. Kenda, find your retailer at kendatire.com.
Tough, dirty hands aren't always washed at the shop or in the garage. Fast Orange heavy-duty foaming cleans the toughest dirt and grime. It's perfect for any sink, even the one in your kitchen or bathroom. Fast Orange heavy-duty foaming hand cleaner with enhanced cleaning power and a citrus scent.
are back on the starting line. We are seeing Adam LZ and James Deane. Wow. Again, one-time teammates. Adam LZ campaigning his own vehicle for a while, and James the Machine Deane, defending Formula Drip champ, going against, again, one of the most popular drivers, automotive personalities. And look at Adam LZ. Great angle. James Deane not letting him get away. Watch this transition. Boom. James Deane lets him go a little bit, maybe too much. Oh, but look at Adam LZ overcooks it, brings it back between the lines in that last outside zone that allows James Deane to get into that pocket and come unwound in that Mustang RTR. Ready to rock.
Man, these cars are fast. They are so quick. I mean, Adam LZ coming off the bank, he kind of like pops the throttle real quick as we get an eye on that 5-minute clock over Cole Richards. So Adam LZ gets that car lit off. It's very smooth, like very, very smooth all the way through this zone. I think it's like right here. Gets on the throttle. He finds the last little bit of grip. We are starting to try out this midsection. It's going to get patchier and patchier, but eventually it'll be full dry. And both of them do an amazing job of kind of using the slick spots to float the car out and then use the grippy spots to be able to bite in as much as they can. But yeah, I mean, it's just, both cars are really quick. Adam's pop off right there. It doesn't seem like a ton, but you can pull a gap, and that little bit of a gap is
But he
sometimes just
overcooked
enough.
it a little bit.
Little bit, yeah, but he also got onto the dry part of the pavement by just getting to the edge of the track and then shooting out. So whether or not that is strategy, I don't know. I think it's just you're working with whatever's thrown at you. But both of them do an amazing job of adapting to the changing conditions.
Well, we know how analytical both these drivers are. Adam just gets into the weeds and the details, the finite details. That's just how his mind works. But again, James Deane, he obviously thinks that way too. He's not just a field driver. Look at that, a little smooch on that back bumper. Disrupts Adam LZ, but James Deane, look at the angle here. Adam LZ trying to twist the screws on the 5-time champion, former teammate. And Adam LZ surges to the side, has to back off. Adam LZ straightens out. James Deane continues on, and all signs are saying James the Machine Deane lives up to his name, with Adam LZ making some mistakes here and there, and it looked like it was independent, and he made those mistakes under his own power. Let's look at it again.
Yeah, it's a really, really tough one there, but Adam's so close on initiation. It's such a great run as they start to come around that first outside zone. Adam's got every indication of just being as aggressive as he needs to be to try and take down someone like James Deane. And as they come through here, Adam just unfortunately gets too far back on the car, and James is able to find a bit of a drier patch and just take off. So it's one of those things as you're coming off the bank right now, if you're 6 inches off to the wrong side, you're gonna go through a bit more of a wet spot. You can see it on the track where Adam went through versus where James went through. And that's all it is. It's just, it's all line at the end of the day. And this happens even in the dry where you get into a spot with more rubber or less rubber, but it just came down to Adam, unfortunately, was a little bit off to one side.
It's such a crapshoot. It's like Plinko, man. You drop that ball and where it's going to land as far as the car placement. You have an idea, but you could just hit that small patch, and it looks like James the Machine Deane gets the win and advances on. The 5-time and defending champion, back-to-back in 04, 05, excuse me, 24, 25, and 26 most recently.
Oh, man.
So,
Cole Richards.
The hood is popped. Just about 1 minute, just over 1 minute for Cole Richards.
It might be that rod again. I'm assuming they've got the valve cover open. There's Cole. He's chilled. He's cool.
Like you said, he's almost lethargic.
He's
chilling,
good.
Dude.
No, but there's nothing a driver can do at that point. You have to trust your team. You have to trust the mechanics and just go, okay, they got this. And I can almost see a little grin on his face. He's hanging out. And yeah, I mean, I have a feeling it may be that rod one more time, so maybe they've got a spare one. I mean, once again, I'm grasping at straws here, but considering what grasping at rods.
Well, Cole Richards, Matt Field, we'll see the winner of that. We'll go against James the Machine Deane as we work our way through the O'Reilly Auto Parts top 16. We're seeing Cole Richards. The hood is closing. Thumbs up.
Okay.
Wow, starting it. 25 seconds. Man, round of applause for the mechanics, all the technicians.
Great job.
And Cole Richards, what composure. Up here in the booth, I'm seeing my man Will over here going like, right on, dude, that was sick. I mean,
Yeah.
It looked like they had that thing fully open heart surgery, and they're like, you're good.
Cole's got time for a sandwich.
Yeah, dude, just chilling. A turkey sandwich, more melatonin for him, right?
Yeah.
Like just chilling, dude. Jake Chillenhart, that's his favorite actor. Frederick Aasbo, Trenton Beechum. Frederick Aasbo, the Rockstar Energy Drink Toyota GR Supra, and the Fleshlight Pro Penthouse Clone X BMW, just going for it out here as the Supra will be leading and the BMW chasing him down. Here we go. Ripping and a tearing into that first outside zone goes Frederick, the Norwegian Hammer Aasbo. The Hammer right in front of that BMW, dropping into the power alley. Trent Beechum not giving him an inch. Gets up to the side. Oh, and Frederick Aasbo, he overcooked it. That was very reminiscent of what we just saw from Adam LZ. But Trent Beechum backed off. Did he get nervous? Let's run that back because that, again, that Justin smash angle, great angle, but definitely want to see that locked in overhead to see what transpired there, because you saw Frederick on the transition going into that second inside zone through the power alley.
Yeah, it was a really, really strange one. So, Aasbo, a lot of drivers right now taking just a little bit of time to get all the way to the top of the zone. Interesting to see that, especially among some of the best drivers we've got here. But yeah, look at Beechum. He's so aggressive on that transition. And the car gripped up. That was it. He came off the bank, and it seemed like it caught a bunch of grip, and if he stayed into the throttle, it just would have shot off. So
this is going to be telling.
Yeah, this is really going to let you know. And it's really cool to see, Aasbo catching a little bit of break, and then immediately Beechum, a little bit of break right behind him. It shows how in tune they are with each other. And we're going to see how many wheels off. Oh, Frederick Aasbo very close to going 3 off. I think that's going to be a big part of that. That's probably what they were looking at, is did he go 3 off and be deemed an incomplete?
Well, there is a natural decel zone in between the 2 inside zones in that power alley, because when you transition, the car is going to naturally slow down. But how much on the brakes, or how much can you decel? We don't want to see you tap the brakes, because that's going to disrupt that chase driver. As the lights go off, Trent Beechum will lead. Frederick Aasbo will be running him down. Those GR Supra tail headlights are in the rear view mirror of Beechum. Big angle from Beechum. Now coming to that power alley. Again, the progression of Beechum's driving has grown leaps and bounds over the years. And look at this, Frederick Aasbo struggling to stay up with this BMW across the finish line. To really twist the screws on Frederick Aasbo is very, very rare.
It was interesting. It's first glance, it's always tough, but hopefully the replay is going to tell us something. So Aasbo, he takes a hot minute to get back in that zone. He never really gets all the way to the first outside zone. Does a good job through the inside. And as we get into zone 4 on the lower side of the bank, yeah, I don't know if Aasbo is just doing it purposely, but it seemed like maybe he just didn't quite have the pace through there. Definitely in the first outside zone. I mean, Beechum wasn't all the way up there. So maybe it's just Freddie trying to mirror what's going on, but it seemed a little off. Hopefully nothing major. Maybe just a decision that he made. But Beechum kind of goes up a little bit out of the zone onto the banking and then back down again. So maybe Freddie just playing it a little bit safe. Let's hope for that. Let's hope for safety.
All right, well, beautiful looking car. Love the livery, the Rockstar Energy Drink. John Sabal, shout out to you, homeboy, as Frederick Aasbo gets 1 vote, 2 votes, and 3 votes. So unanimously, Frederick Aasbo gets the win against Trenton Beechum. Again, a great effort there. Mistakes on both sides.
Yeah.
I think it was just a larger mistake by Trenton Beechum. I don't think Freddie led Trenton off. I think he just overcooked it, got too aggressive, because we saw that earlier with Adam going kind of exceeding, but James kept his composure and kept it in between the lines.
Unfortunately, looking at the puddles, I'm seeing a little sprinkle of precipitation.
You shook your...
I'm reporting.
I know. We got a weather report here. Lorette has texted us, and she has given us some information. She's saying that Cole is down on power. They pulled the valve cover off. It sounded like a rear valve wasn't opening, and again, he is down on power, and we kind of knew that throughout the evening, or throughout the day, I should say. But now Matt Field, he was, like I said, he was chomping at the bit. In tow, he was just pressuring, like, move, get out the way. Like, he sounded like a ludicrous rapper there, but you know, I would say that Matt is going to absolutely slingshot out of this start. and chuck a deuce to Cole Richards. And again, knowing that, his spotter's got to tell him, hey, look, we know why I called comp timeout. We already knew he was hurt.
Yeah, just walk him. That's it. Yeah. Just go out, run your run, and if he's down a cylinder, there's no way he's going to keep up.
He might take him out to dinner tonight or for dessert at Gapplebee's. Here we go. The Borla Performance Corvette initiates, but Cole Richards says, I'm going to throw it down. Yes, sir. Cole Richards is not getting walked whatsoever. Wow, Cole. He is just throwing it in as Matt Field is giving him one heck of a platform. Solid run by Matt Field. Look at him right into that crease. That Borla Performance Corvette, well done. I mean, Matt had such a dynamic lead run. I think he was just going to run a solo run, but no, Cole did not bat an eye.
Dang, this kid just keeps impressing me. I mean, he knows he's down on power. He knows the car's hurt, and he just goes, all right, well, let's just go for it. That transition is nasty. Oh my gosh, to have the cojones to be able to do something like that, especially on a Matt Field, and then doesn't back down. He can't keep up. But Cole does the smart thing and just goes, all right, well, then I'm going to mimic you. I'll be a car width behind you, but I'm going to stay there. I'm going to stay in the right spot. He does a really, really good job through that. Looking at our zone scores, though, look at this. I mean, zone for zone in the lead, Cole Richards did a really good job, especially through the inside clips. Maybe not so much an angle. Mimic looks a little bit better, but Matt Field gets him in proximity. This is a really tough call. Really, really tough call. Oh, man, that was great.
Some of the drivers' meetings, Matt has been really pressing on what are your expectations, how are you utilizing Walla. He's been pretty outspoken about expectations, asking the judges of what is required, how they're utilizing it. A lot of the drivers are, but I got to tell you, Matt is definitely an outspoken one in the drivers' meetings, and he's saying, hey, what are you expecting? What do you want? Again, how are you utilizing it?
Yeah, I get it. He wants this to be his year. He wants every year to be his year, but he's taking it incredibly seriously this year and wants to know, and he's speaking up for a lot of drivers too, and that's really admirable. But yeah, this is crazy. I mean, Matt's bullying him around the run, right? And Cole can't keep up through 4, so instead of going for proximity, just kind of goes and says, all right, I'll match your angle, I'll match your line, but I can't do proximity because I can't keep up. And that's the thing. There's 3 judging criteria when you're in the chase. You're still being judged on your line, you're still being judged on your angle, and you're judged on proximity. Cole can't do 1, but he did the other 2 really well. That's what I mean. I have no idea which way it's going to go, which usually, to me, means one more time, but we'll see.
Cole Richards, Matt Field, slide him right for Matt Field, and Matt Field gets the win unanimously, and I absolutely agree. The thing with Cole Richards, motors run really strong when they're on the verge of popping, right? So I think like another run we might have seen shellacked on the track. But all right, let's throw down to Lorette Nickel. Lorette, who you got?
Well, I have Odie Bakchis, and as you know, he is the boss of his entire team. He's talking with his team right now. Odie, my goodness, So going from top 16 to grade 8, is there anything you learned that you can carry into that next battle?
It's gotten patchier and weird. We had better track conditions in 16, but I think it's drying up. And all I could say is people are pushing harder and harder. So you just got to bring it. You got to drive hard. And hopefully the track is tacky enough everywhere where we could drive in full confidence.
Odie, thanks so much, guys.
Thank you so much, Odie. His composure, his demeanor, regardless, he's very just chill. But again, the action continues. Who's going to join him? One more battle in the O'Reilly Auto Parts Top 16. We'll find out when we come back.
With the Canon Image ProGraph Pro 1100 professional photo printer, my images come alive in print. What I see through my lens is what you see on the wall. Vivid, detailed, and accurate.
BC Forged Wheels, custom built per order, offering extensive design, finish, and machining options. Strength, style, and precision come standard. Track proven, street ready. BC Forged, proud sponsor of Formula Drift 2026.
Something has awakened. The horsepower and torque you always knew was there, just waiting to make every drive thrilling. Track tested, off-road proven, performance for everything you drive. Drive better with K&N.
Through this lens, I catch details others might pass right by. Some might see a car. I see tuners taking care of what they love. The care poured into every engine. The trust in Pennzoil to keep it running strong. This moment, these drivers, the machine under this hood, that's what lasts.
Engine protection for the lifetime of your vehicle. Pennzoil, long may we drive. Available at your local O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Welcome back. One more battle in the O'Reilly Auto Parts top 16. Ryan Tuerck and Dylan Hughes. You can see as the grade 8 is filling out, Forsberg versus Sorensen, Shanahan versus Bakchis, Matt Field versus James Deane, and Frederick Aasbo versus that gentleman, Ryan Hampshire Tuerck, or that gentleman, Dylan the Dozer Hughes. All right, the Rain-X Toyota GR Corolla, the Rockstar driver, versus Dylan Hughes and his Permatex BMW. This should be a really good battle. I don't see any funny business, no tomfoolery, no shenanigans. Gonna see a straight up battle here. Dylan.
Sight lap.
Sight lap.
Yeah, our favorite. That's our word of the weekend. Sight lap.
Sight
Two
lap.
words, two words. Thank you, graphics guy. Coming and clutching in.
Yeah,
Two
sight
words.
lap here for, again, just checking the conditions. There are, again, you know, it could change any moment. Literally, like, they could send him off the line and the rain starts coming down, either in you know, aggressive talking and spitting, or it could be buckets. And again, during the break, I know my family tuned in, they're like, holy cow, there's a ton of water. And again, Ryan Tuerck, he was the last battle 32, and he saw the worst rain of 32. I mean, again, I think he did the rain dance, given that very on brand with his title sponsor, Rain-X. So we are now here in the top 16. This is the last battle of the 16 to forge the grade 8. Hughes or Tuerck, who's moving on? Ryan Tuerck, little stutter step, and again, the chase car is allowed to leave prior to the lead car to time it properly. Talk about timing it properly. Dylan Hughes high on the bank. You can see Ryan Tuerck dropping in formation a little higher than Dylan Hughes. That hot hatchback comes slamming down. Oh, buddy! Ryan Tuerck overcooks it. Going to that power alley. Dylan Hughes continues on. And Ryan, again, he came barreling down into that transition and just shot on the inside. That smoke, he was absolutely buried in it.
Yeah, and
you could not see him.
I don't know if you saw, I like clenched and grabbed my seat because he was in the smoke for a hot minute. And there's two things you can do. You can either bail out or power through. It's the only two things you can do when you get caught in the smoke like that.
Oh, boy.
Oh, man, that's not great.
Yeah, I mean, that is not a good thing, and it looked like that front left side too as well, but that's where he got into a tussle with the front left of Dylan Hughes. Let's take a look.
Yeah, so Tuerck's aggressive right off the get-go, and I mean, he came to play for sure. And you can see that Dylan Hughes has got a great line, but Tuerck, I mean, he is caught in the smoke for way too long, gets caught up on the inside. He's got nowhere to go. He tries to back out of it. He's going to see really quick. So you can see here, he's already starting to get into the smoke. He's still in it. There's no way you can see. He transitions just a bit early, and he's still on throttle, but then he realizes pretty quick there's nothing he can do at that point. Just the wrong trajectory, and yeah, I mean, Dylan Hughes, yeah. Oh, this will give you a good idea. Look at how long he's basically in that trail, and he's decelling as much as he can. Dylan Hughes is lined up quite well, but yeah, nowhere to go.
Cool. All right, well, again, this being the final battle of the top 16, we'll see if Ryan Tuerck can fix this. He's only going to get a 5-minute allotment because he obviously was at fault. Dylan was on track. That's me. Not even assuming, that's just how it was, man. Unfortunately, but I'll tell you, I mean, the Papadakis camp, you know, they've been busy. You know, Frederick was the first car to kind of get taken out. He had a rear tie rod break early on this weekend, and then now, you know, Ryan Tuerck, he's been on it, and he's one of those drivers that'll admit it. Like I talked to him earlier today, I said, qualifying, what's going on? He's like, I biffed it. You know, he's kind of like Jack, where he's like, I'll own it. Yeah, I made that mistake. I did this, I did that. So I have to assume that Ryan Tuerck will make it official. We'll talk to the judges and converse and see exactly what's going on. But Ryan Tuerck has had such a dynamic career, 23 years of Formula Drift competition. So here's some sentiments from the man himself, Ryan Tuerck.
I'm gonna say it's the end of the beginning, or the end of this chapter, and it'll be the second chapter of my motorsports life. It's been the longest one, 20 plus years in drifting. This is gonna be my last full season in Formula Drift. It's crazy to think back on it. 20 years of doing something, you don't even think about it until you start looking at all the things that you have and have saved, and you forget half the things you did save, and that just keeps bringing back more and more memories as I go through more of it. It's been a pretty wild ride the last week or so, combing through all that stuff and sharing memories. I'm not done drifting, of course. I'm just done with a full-time championship schedule. I'm still gonna have a full-time motorsport schedule, but I want to give myself time to do other things. I'm still an ambitious person, and I have other goals that I want to accomplish within motorsport, and I need to give myself time to do that. Taking this leap is definitely scary. It's something I've been doing for 20 plus years, and I just want to enjoy every moment of it this year with my family away from home at Formula Drift, the teams, the crews, the drivers, the staff at Formula Drift. I mean, I've known a lot of these people for 20 plus years. It's crazy to think about it like this and make the decision to actually stop competing full time. Yeah, it's scary, but I'm looking forward to seeing everybody and seeing the fans at every stop, just being able to drive against some of the best drivers in the world again. Yeah.
And live loud. This is what we are.
Check engine, ABS, or maintenance light on? There's an O'Reilly Auto Parts. Turn left, Tyler.
Take the guesswork out of your warning lights with O'Reilly Veriscan.
It's free and provides a report with solutions verified by ASE certified master technicians. And if you don't want to do the repair yourself, we can recommend a shop for you.
Okay, Tyler, let's go fix your car.
Auto Parts.
At the limit, performance tells the truth. From the drift track to off-road to the open road, Kenda engineers its tires where failure is not an option. Vesda Performance, Cleaver All-Terrain. One engineering standard, professional grade. From the podium to the pavement. Kenda, find your retailer at kendatire.com.
Well, there we can see Tuerck getting towed. Getting towed off course. He had the contact with Dylan Hughes. We'll find out exactly what went down as we'll get him off the course. But in the meanwhile, oof, yeah. And Ryan Tuerck, the final season fan favorite of the year in 2016. He was championship runner-up, second place in 09 and 2010, third place in 2020, and most recently 2022. So again, I know he always wanted a championship, and again, he's a champion in a lot of people's minds, and that's what I love about Ryan Tuerck. And his Rockstar Energy Drink teammate is down there in the pits, looking cool, calm, and collected. Don't know exactly what's going on, but again, Lorette Nickel, down to you.
Thank you so much, Jared. We were, just talking about the weather and how crazy everything has been here. What are you learning that you can apply to the next battle?
Oh my goodness, this stuff is tricky. Not the cleanest top 16 battle I've had. Had two tires off there. Coming into turn 2, Beechum was on a tier, lightning quick. I don't know what happened to him. Maybe popped out of gear or something. So we got saved by the bell on that one. And sometimes that's the way it goes, you know. Right now, I just watched Ryan. He got lost in the smoke. So yet another reminder of trying to keep cool out here and push hard, but not too hard.
Absolutely. Tricky conditions. And talking about your teammate and your friend Ryan Tuerck, I mean, what a career that he's had.
You know, every time I see that farewell video that they made with Zach on the creative, it's you can't help but think that drifting and competing is cool and all, but it's way more than that. You know, it's about the camaraderie. It's about building cars. And I'd argue that Ryan is the best in this paddock at building cars, and he's going to have a lot of fun continuing to do that. So really impressed by his career. I'm proud and honored to be his teammate, and as much as I hate to see him go, it's going to be a little bit easier for the rest of us. But, you know, I'm cheering him and his family on in everything they're going to do for the next years.
Absolutely. We're all going to hate to see Ryan Tuerck go, but like he says in the video, lots of things. It's not goodbye. It's just see you later for a little bit. And if I could revisit one of the points that you just made earlier, do you feel like you have a few things to clean up in the next battle?
Oh, heck yeah, I do. You know, luckily it seems to be drying. I mean, knock on wood. I mean, you never know when it's going to start raining again, but definitely cleaning up my bank runs, cleaning up that entry into turn 2. We had an excellent qual experience yesterday and had some good runs there, so we know we can do it. It's just getting some of these jitters out of the system and now going into the top 8, and we'll see if it's against Ryan or if it's against Dylan. We know what to clean up, and we're working hard to do that.
And are you making adjustments on the fly? Are you comfortable doing that in the car in battle?
I am, and you know, it's a fine line between planning a run and what you want to do and reacting to what's happening. And I'm constantly trying to figure out that right balance. But I am absolutely making adjustments as we go.
And love hearing that this still means so much to you, that you still have the butterflies every run. And with that, Ryan Tuerck is back into the pits. The team is looking into the tire wells. Car is still on the tow truck, and I will give you updates as they come along, gang.
All right, well, you can see just the focus of Ryan Tuerck looking very intently on what can be fixed, or if it can be fixed, just getting eyes on it, because once you touch it, your 5-minute allotment starts. A lot of the teams have corner boards. They'll literally have a whole corner set up ready to go, but if metal is pulled and it's stripped, then obviously you can't put it back where holes aren't or they don't exist. So you can see the attitude, just it dumped on the ground, having to put blocks underneath it. So we'll see. You know, his face is telling 1,000 stories here in regards to, it's not exactly what you want to do, but yeah, it's frustrating. So, well, when we get the next pair set, we have the O'Reilly to guess the part with our man Dylan Hughes.
We're back again. We're in Atlanta, second round for the 2026 O'Reilly Auto Part Random Part Challenge. I'm with my boy.
Random Auto Part Challenge.
Matt Field.
All right.
What that is. Is it heavy? Then it's expensive.
It's the weight that I would guess it would be.
Yeah, right?
Trying to open it up.
And I definitely don't know what it is.
Where did you get this thing, dude?
O'Reilly Auto Parts, brother.
Window motor regular, or a blend door. This is a blend door motor.
Holy shit. I mean, yeah, there was like a fancy name for it, but that's exactly what it is, right?
Yeah.
Here, I'm gonna get it this time, whatever it, oh my God, what is this?
It's made of plastic. He's like, dude, we don't have this stuff.
It's a motor of some kind. Door lock actuator?
I mean, you were dang close on the first one.
AC vent motor.
Does that count? Does that count?
Climate control, terminal air door actuator.
I would have never guessed those terminologies.
Like, if you told me that was on my car, I'd be like, what'd you call me, bro?
Do I get to keep this or what?
Sure. I'll bring it back. We'll sell it to you cheap. No. Everybody sees me coming now and they're like, oh,
like,
come
oh,
on.
here we go.
Come on, this guy.
It's like an RC for my kid.
Oh, it's the self-destruct solenoid. Just hit that button, you just blow your car to
Everything
pieces.
goes control. AC control?
Yeah! That'll work, we'll take it.
Yeah, it's
climate control terminal air door actuator for a 2006 or 9 Chrysler Pacifica.
Okay, un controlador que va del aire para controlar la temperatura del carro.
That's what I said.
Drifting is not just a sport, it's culture, it's in our blood.
Here we go, Andy Haley. Oh, he is riding that tire right on that white line.
Tires are what we live and breathe in Formula D. We couldn't do this without them.
Through this lens, I catch details others might pass right by. Some might see a car. I see tuners taking care of what they love. The care poured into every engine. The trust in Pennzoil to keep it running strong. This moment, these drivers, the machine under this hood, that's what lasts.
Engine protection for the lifetime of your vehicle. Pennzoil. Long may we drive. Available at your local O'Reilly Auto Parts.
With the Canon ImagePrograph Pro 1100 professional photo printer, my images come alive in print. What I see through my lens is what you see on the wall. Vivid, detailed, and accurate.
Something has awakened. The horsepower and torque you always knew was there, just waiting to make every drive thrilling. Track tested, off-road proven, performance for everything you drive. Drive better with K&N.
BC Forged Wheels, custom built per order, offering extensive design, finish, and machining options. Strength, style, and precision come standard. Track proven, street ready. BC Forged, proud sponsor of Formula Drift 2026.
Adam LZ here to tell you that motorsports has taken me just about everywhere. And no matter the scenario, Link ECU is the answer. The flexibility Link gives me for drifting, the precision I need on track, the durability to handle off the track, and the reliability you want in a daily driver. Even when pushing an entire motorsport to a bigger level, Link ECU has been with me every step of the way.
All right, so a lot of things transpiring here. Ryan Tuerck's vehicle still being offloaded to see if it's even repairable. He will have to utilize his 5-minute competition timeout. Just want to clarify, have we clarified, I'm assuming he's at fault, right?
I believe so. I believe that's the case, yeah.
I mean, that's
I didn't get a total confirmation on that. I've got a few things up.
We just kind of deduced that.
Yeah.
Yep.
There is Kevin Wells. They'll be monitoring that closely, so they're able to get the car back down before they start their 5-minute. They can put it into a good safe spot before they do that. There's Mario. That is a very broken piece of suspension. So as you alluded to, often when they get into a wreck like this, so many of the arms will be bent or broken. To replace one is actually really difficult because the bolts will bend, things don't want to come apart. It's often much easier to take everything off and replace the whole corner in one shot. So
they'll have corner boards.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the 5-minute allotment, for those that don't know, there is a 5-minute allotment. If Ryan is at fault, he would have to utilize what's called a competition timeout. So that's a 5-minute allotment to fix the vehicle once hands are on the car. And the car needs to be up, able, and safe to run. I add safe to run because it can't just be bubble gummed and zip tied back together. It needs to be operable to a competitive level in order to run. So again, once it begins, you can see that jack stand is under there. Looks like car is back. And yeah, we'll see.
Like how they dropped it on the jack stands right off it, so smart move. Love that. Those are slider blocks, so they use those when a wheel is broken because the wood will slide much easier than the broken wheel will. So it's just an easier way to get the car up onto the back of a truck. So using a bit of a chalk now too.
Yeah, so here's the incident, and again, we have not clarified 100% to see if Ryan is at fault, but I'm assuming, I mean, Dylan's not doing anything out of sorts.
Yeah.
There's nothing totally. All right, so we are moving on to another battle here. Hey.
I just wanted to get an update from you on what transpired between Ryan and Dylan.
I guess he was following and was declared at fault. So Dylan already got his 10. We just got him off the tow truck now, so we're getting ready to start his 5.
And can you even guess what damage is on Ryan's car?
I believe it broke the knuckle because it looked like the inside of the lower arm was okay, but I haven't seen the outside yet. So we'll find out.
Kevin said we'll find out in just a second, guys.
All right, thank you, Lorette. As we have cars on the line, I'm looking at Chris the Force Forsberg and Brandon Sorensen. Forsberg in that Destin Industries all-new Z. Brandon Sorensen in the BMW and ready to do battle. All right, our first battle of the Great 8 3-time champion, Chris the Force Forsberg, It is Destin Industries Z, Brandon Sorensen, is Sorensen Motorsports self-named BMW. As Forsberg initiates high on the bank, little tap there, comes out of shape but stays in it, and Brandon Sorensen right there shadowing her. In that matte black, coincidentally, BMW tucks in nicely as Forsberg brings it around. It's that final outside zone. That's a better angle right there as Sorensen now dives in and finds that sweet spot in that last outside zone. They were ripping through that power alley.
Yeah, it was a super, super quick run as now we get some eyes back on Tuerck. So we're gonna hopefully get that whole corner pulled off and get a quick glance at how hectic it is. Look how early Forsberg gets in that zone, taps the wall, keeps going. Brandon Sorensen right in the pocket, getting into the door of Forsberg, not making contact, but getting very, very close. Coming off the bank, inside clips are looking really tidy. There's Forsberg doing a great job collecting that. Gets just to the edge of the track, back on throttle.
Textbook.
Man, yeah, you're right. Yeah, absolutely textbook from Forsberg. One of his best lead runs he's put down, but he's had this the whole time. And there's Tuerck, little
concerned,
yeah,
focused. You know, and keep in mind here, if they're able to fix it, Ryan will be at a deficit. So you love to see them championing, fixing the car, getting it up, ready to go. But again, he will be at a deficit there.
Yeah, yeah. And there's nothing saying that he can't still win this battle a lot.
For sure.
We've seen it happen.
Yeah.
Where someone's incompleted and still be able to, you know, the other driver incompletes, get it one more time. So much more can happen.
Absolutely. All right. Well, a little lull in the action there in top 16, but again, our first battle in the Great 8 as we are seeing now. You can see Brandon Sorensen will lead in our Pennzoil Long May We Drive Great 8. You can see the lights there on the gantry. Once they extinguish, they are off. Brandon Sorensen hot out the gate, no cones hit on that bank. Sorensen across the nose. Sorensen aggressive on initiation, goes high. Forsberg gets in. Sorensen with a greater degree of angle and very high on the bank. Let's see how they handle it.
Oh.
Again, that smoke played another role there. He has to back off. Forsberg now jumps into the side of him, but Brandon pulling away. Definitely need to see different angles there. We got the sensational angles, but look at how much smoke is just lingering here in the OSW Bowl.
Yeah, that was wild. There you go. That's that full corner we talked about. With only 5 minutes, that is a big ask, but it is not impossible by any means. And it seems like they were trying to maybe get a ball joint out of there, but Brandon Sorensen gets into that first outside zone so quick, snaps the car all the way up to it. He's riding that wall as long as he possibly can, coming off the bank, no issue there. Forsberg just gets caught on the inside. That's all it is. He needed to back off just a little bit sooner, and I think with the amount of angle that Brandon throws in that section, it's almost like inviting Chris to come into it, you know what I mean? Like, he hucks a ton of angle, and then, you know, for Chris, you kind of want to chase it down. You want to stay in it. Look at that, and then just gets caught, backs out without causing incident, but after that, you lose so much momentum, it's really tough to get it back. So, great job from Brandon Sorensen on that one. Unfortunately, Chris Forsberg, a little bit of a mistake, and it just reared its head too late in the run.
All right, so again, the thrashing there in Papadakis' pit. Less than 2 minutes there on the corner. Look at that, all hands on deck. Ryan Tuerck's wondering, should he get in the cockpit, throw the helmet on? I mean, we are a minute and a half. Time is ticking as we await the outcome of this battle. Our judge is scrutinizing this run here. Like you said, he was in that pocket. If he backs off just a little bit here in the Pennzoil Grade 8, slide him left for Forsberg, right for Brandon Sorensen gets the victory. Sorensen is going to the Final Four.
Yeah.
Chris Forsberg and that Destin Industries Z just, again, tucked in too snugly there on that right side, aka the wrong side of the vehicle to be. That is a minute. 1 minute. They got to get that wheel on, down, lowered, and that's not even a line. So I mean, just the thrashing right now. That's that's just it's just too hammered, and just knowing the tenacity of this team, it's not going to happen. They need to get that wheel on, everything, that corner on, and everything in 30 seconds.
And the tough part is, like, those bolts get bound in. There's so much pressure on them after an accident like that nothing wants to come out. And I mean, they got the breaker bar on that, trying to get it loose, and even the impact was fighting it.
Wow, it's off.
They'll get a control arm on. Yeah. 23 seconds to get that back down on the ground. That was a big ask.
No, it's just highly improbable. I mean, you know, they are definitely, a round of applause for the technicians. Cheer them on from the stands, if you will. Again, doing all this just in 5 minutes. That is a hard, heavy load, and you can see it. I mean, look, things are bent, banged up, and it's going to be all she wrote for Ryan Tuerck. So it'll be an automatic win for Dylan Hughes. Round of applause for him once again, if you will. Ryan Tuerck, his farewell tour for 2026 season. He officially is saying he's no longer competing full-time in the Formula Drift Championship, and that will be, you hear it there. We love you, Tuerck.
Man.
On 3, everybody yell, we love you, Tuerck. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, you never want to see a retirement like that, or he's not retired for, just for this event. I just mean, again, the snap-on tools being utilized, thrashing on that thing, again, just wrenching on it, using all the snap-on tools to get it back together. Again, great tools, but man, what a bummer, Lorette.
Ryan, I know this means so much to you and the team and the guys working so hard. I'm so sorry that this is the way tonight worked out.
And it's my mistake. It's on me. Sorry for all the drama, everybody. I wish it could have been a clean run with Dylan. I just got a little bit offline into the wetness and stuck behind him in the smoke, and I just tossed it where I thought I could come out okay, and clearly that was not I was not on the right line. So it's unfortunate. Sorry, Dylan, as well. Not how I anticipated my last run or last go here in Orlando. So I'm disappointed. I know the team is. They've been cranking all weekend and gave me a great car, and I feel like I was just finally coming around on some tandem laps and getting really consistent, and yeah, so I'm bummed.
Well, Ryan, thank you for always putting your heart out there. Thank you for all the hard effort, everything. We appreciate you so much, and all the fans that were supporting you out here. Ryan Tuerck, thank you so much. It's going to be better next round. That's what we're going to say. That's the hope. That's what we're going to do. Ryan, thank you very much.
Thank you, guys. Thank you.
Thank you, Ryan. Again, we love you, bud. And again, hold your head high when we come back, as we saw Dylan Hughes there in the background taking his bye run. He enters the conversation in our Pennzoil Great 8. When we come back, more Formula Drift action here in Orlando.
Yamava Resort and Casino at San Manuel is giving away a Maserati Thursdays in October. Play all month long for a chance to take home an elegant and powerful Italian sports car. Details at Yamava.com. Must be 21 to enter. Please gamble responsibly.
Yamava Resort and Casino at San Manuel. You in?
Looking for a college where you can learn by doing? The University of Northwestern Ohio puts the wrench in your hand and your future in motion.
I would recommend UNOH to anybody who wants to excel in this industry.
With industry connections, cutting-edge equipment, and programs in automotive, diesel, high performance, robotics, and more, this is education that works.
You will come to this school and you will leave 10 times what you were when you came here.
Apply now at unoh.edu.
Get out there and have fun. Because you've got Meguiar's. And we've got your back. From wash, to paint care, to maintenance and more, Meguiar's has your hybrid ceramic solution for every adventure. Meguiar's, reflect your passion.
There's a place no map will show you. A secret spot. A high-performance hideout for cars that crave chaos. New brakes? Check. Roll cage? Check. A spoiler so big it doubles as a picnic table? Oh, you bet. Every apex we nailed, every second we shaved, it's all knowledge that goes right back into your ride. Look like fun? It is. You win?
What's up, everybody? My name is Jackson Orr. I'm a class of 2023 UNOH graduate. I went through the High Performance Motorsports program at UNOH. That enabled me to be here with the pros. Now I'm the crew chief with Forsberg Racing and Chris Forsberg, traveling all across the world with him, prepping his demo cars, prepping his drift cars, making sure he's ready for the track. UNOH gave me the skill set to work in a fast-paced environment and understand what I'm looking at. If you want to learn more, go to unoh.edu and check it out.
All right, welcome back. Gotta love Jackson. Look at this. This is currently live. Now, keep in mind, James Deane and Odie Bakchis have yet to run. So we are looking at Jack Shanahan and Odie Bakchis here on the start line.
Yeah.
So again, that could shake things up quite a bit. But again, that was live championship standings. But right now, Jack Shanahan and Odie Bakchis. For all things considered, Jack Shanahan said it wasn't feeling the flow, but here he is in the grade 8 going against Odie Bakchis. Jack Shanahan, that Pulsar Turbo Systems BMW, but look at Odie. That orange and white shadow right there, tucked in so nicely. Where's he at? Boom, there he goes, like a magician. And he jumps out like a rabbit from a hat. Pushing Jack Shanahan, he said he might be intimidating, but Odie doesn't care. Yeah! Man, banging and bruising like a mosh pit at an emo show. Let's go.
Wow. Wow. Once again, I love it when we get this contact and the drivers just stay in it. Jack Shanahan's lead run looking absolutely phenomenal. Odie, one tap there. They keep going around through this transition. Odie hangs into it forever. Transitions so well and then back on. Contact 2, contact 3. He has to have hit him 4. Got to be one more. 4 hits, at least 4 hits. And Jack Shanahan,
Jack stood in it.
He's giggling the whole time. He's loving this. This is the kind of driving that I mean, all of us live for. Let's be honest. This is what we want.
He took it on the chin or on the door in this case.
Yeah, yeah, and I mean, Odie too just didn't back down. A lot of drivers will make contact and like lift off the throttle and just kind of be like, okay, cool, I don't want to cause any problems. But when you're against Jack Shanahan, he's like, all right, do it again, let's go.
I think that's what we all fell in love with drifting, is like staying on the door, rubbing his race in, and again, that's an old NASCAR saying, right? Like, it's rubbing his racing, and here they are, and you saw like the old JDM videos, if it's D1 or whatever, if it's, you know, any of the old videos, and it's really cool. So I think that's what really got us excited about drifting. So that felt a little nostalgic there with Jack staying in it, and like you said, Odie staying in it as well, not backing down, just staying right there.
Now we got smoke lingering, so let's just throw one more thing on the pile that OSW likes to offer.
Interesting scenarios.
Gotta make it complicated.
Yeah.
It's the simplest track with the most complicated event.
Yeah, the flags are completely at a standstill, so there's no wind, and that's a little nerve-wracking as far as sometimes the weather can just change just like that.
Oh man.
No sight lap for the smoke. They just need to get sight.
Yeah.
All right. So, but as we're seeing it, you can see the smoke is a good sign when it comes to track conditions. So here we go. Odie Bakchis out front. Shanahan chasing him down. Odie initiates Jack. Now he's going to give it back. Oh yeah, but he's going to bang right out the gate on that outside zone 1. Now let's see how they handle this. Again, with all that smoke, he cuts through it. And Odie Bakchis, some separation. Jack center punches that second inside zone. Odie pulling away, massive angle for Odie Bakchis, and continues on through the course. So as aggressive as Jack was out the gate, you saw Odie just slowly pull away at great angle.
Yeah, I wonder how much tire Jack has got left. He might have come out and just said, okay, I got to door him right off the bat and hope that there's still something left on the tread by the time we come around, because the transition looks good, but when Jack tries to get back on throttle, he is a little bit inside. It takes him a hot minute to to get that car to light off again, but by then, Bakchis absolutely gone. Man, I mean, I love how open the door is for Odie all the way through. He does. He provides this just incredible lead run. Jackson, he's got every opportunity, but unfortunately just not able to keep the proximity coming through the transition from 2 to 3. And at that point in time, Bakchis has just said goodbye.
Yep.
But Jack, off initiation, he's just all over him. I mean, it's incredible where we're at, and
especially given his tone.
Oh,
you know, you talk to him, and his tone is just like, I don't think I got it. Like all the interviews are just downplaying his tenacity, and you know, usually, you know, looks like I said, you know, Jack normally jumps out of the car. Odie's more of a car sitter. Look at this, we're going side by side.
Yeah, it's interesting. I think our lead versus lead, Jack is a little bit deeper through the outside zone. He's got a really good chase in the first outside zone. So I'd say the first half of the battle definitely goes towards Jack. And then through the second half, though, Odie's got a much, maybe not much better. He's got a deeper line through the outside zone 4, and he's got better proximity in the chase. This is a little bit closer.
Are they going to reward the aggressiveness? You know, or are they going to kind of shun it? I mean, in my mind, like I said, it's kind of the spirit of what's going on.
I would argue the ultimate, though, is like you are just about to touch the car and you don't actually do it. That's the ultimate.
Let them know you're here. Bakchis and Jack Shanahan stepping outside of their respective rides. Let them know you're here.
Big respect there. You're gonna put a microphone on Matt's sofa just to hear what they say.
Oh, right.
Let's just give him his own little mic. It's like the cool down room.
And we've kind of, you know, I would say that Odie is very reserved this round. You know, even with Craig Bussell going into his trailer, you know, it's I wonder what's going through Odie's head. So slide him left for Jack Shanahan or right for Bakchis. Bakchis gets the win in his field suspension Subaru BRZ and the Pennzoil Great 8. And there it is, a fist pump there. Jack, great showing for not having quote-unquote it. I don't know, you made it this far, so congratulations to making it to the grade 8. But Bakchis is now in the final 4. Now we are seeing Matt Field and James Deane, a battle of the ages. The bow tie versus the oval. Ireland versus America. The RTR Ready to Rock versus the Drift Cave. Nitto Tires versus GT Radial. And the party continues. So Field and Deane, the Boiler Performance. And looking at the stats here, what do we got? James Deane versus Matt Field.
12 battles between them, and so far James has got his number 11-1. This is a big step up here for Matt Field. But I mean, he's on fire. He is driving reckless. So this is the stat you're seeing on screen. That is from 2020. It's like a little bit deeper. Went way back there in the early days. But either way, I mean, I gotta say though, Matt Field, he is aggressive, and that's how you have to beat James Deane. You have to be aggressive, and Matt's just angry driving this weekend.
Yeah, I would definitely venture to say that we're going to see an aggressive initiation behind James Deane because he knows he can really throw it all to the side of that Ford Mustang, and James will stay in it as we are waiting for the smoke to essentially dissipate just a little more.
Jack gonna go for a bit of a re-scrub. He really likes his tires at a kind of particular temperature.
Yeah, and here we go. Looks like we are good to go. James Deane poised, 5-time and defending champion on the start line. Almost simultaneous. Here goes James Deane out front. Initiates into the bank. Matt Field drops into formation. Very signature textbook from both of these drivers. Now coming down into the bank. Where is Matt gonna land? Transitions through the smoke. Well executed by Matt Field. One of the best timed transitions going to the inside zone too. And here goes Matt. He's gonna try to bully that 5-time champion, the machine, but he stays in it. That signature RTR lights glowing in the evidence of the shredding.
Yeah, you have to. You absolutely have to. He does a really good job on initiation. James just tapping that left foot brake a little bit, finds a good line and a lot of grip there. He's able to shoot off just a little bit on Matt Field. Inside clips are looking absolutely solid from James Deane. And Matt Field, that transition is amazing. He times it really, really well. And that puts him right into the side of James Deane all the way through outside zone 4. Great job for Matt Field for doing that. I mean, listen, his Chase in outside zone 1 is absolutely world class, but right now you need more than world class. You need to be absolutely perfect. So I like that he got even more aggressive through forks. He probably realized, like, I'm a foot and a half away and I can't have that. I need like an inch away. So we'll see how this goes now. Yeah, you
don't leave a shadow of a doubt.
No, you can't.
Don't leave a shadow.
Yeah, don't leave a shadow.
Leave a mark.
Yeah.
Literally on his door.
Don't leave it in the judge's hands. Make it just absolutely indefinite.
Shred it till you dead it, and that's what we're going to see here. Who is moving on to the final 4? Can Matt Field get 11-1 out of 12 battles? Matt has won once. James Deane, 11 of those 12 times. This 5-time champion. Again, James taking down his fellow countryman Connor Shanahan early in 32. So shaking and shaping things up here in Orlando. 5 rounds after this. What do we got here? Matt Field will lead with James Deane chasing him down. The door is popped. Just cooling it down. Unfortunately, the tempers have dropped, obviously. Here being local time, 10 o'clock on the dot.
Yeah, we've cooled off a little bit.
Thumbs up, get ready to send it. Making sure we're good. Yes, sir. Good to go. The Boiler Performance, Heat Wave, Corvette out front, that Vortex Supercharger. James the Machine Deane tracking him down. I'm expecting an aggressive and timely initiation by James Deane. There he goes. Matt Field high on the bank. Here comes James. Look at that. Making his presence felt. Both these guys rocking the Heat Waves under the skid lid. Now transitioning through into that second inside zone. Look at Matt Field. Great placement by Field. Tries to pull away from the 5-time champ. And James tucks in, but Matt has got a weapon.
This is tough. This is probably one of the closest.
Wow, did Matt Field take down the 5-time champ?
Yeah, this is really tough. James Deane a little bit more hesitant on initiation. Now he gets into the pocket, takes him a second. We were expecting him to be right there, and now he tries to put, just absolutely put the bricks to him. Coming through here, Matt Field a little bit more of a midline through that inside zone, super deep through zone 3, and then through 4. Matt Field, look at this, finds some grip right here and starts to stretch his legs. James got to catch up. Sort of a ton of angle at that car, but same thing, he's got to be running low on tread. I really do think this tire game is absolutely coming into play right now because everyone's got the cars gripped right up. They're towing them in. They're softening the suspension. They're just trying to find as much grip as they can. And look at James Deane. He's trying to get that car to shoot forward and pick up as much. He's trying to reduce the space as much as he can. And there we go.
The Wally coming to play here. And to your point about the tire thing, it's almost better to chase on the first run than it is the second because of just extracting all that grip in that side by.
Yeah, I mean, it's not a guarantee by any means, but being a lower qualifier in this case is having some advantages, it seems. There we go, James Deane. You can start to see that proximity spread out a little bit. James at the very end.
He's throwing more at it. He's like, oh, these are slick. These are slick. Make some noise for him, kids. Matt Field and James the Machine Deane. All right, the Pennzoil Grade 8 slide him left for James Deane, a right for Matt Field. James Deane gets 1 vote, 2 votes, and James, not unanimous. So one more time, but James Deane comes out on top. So James Deane gets the victory there. Again, 2-1 majority rules. So James comes out on top. So a hard-pressed decision. It was not unanimous, but James, the 5-time champion, takes down Matt Field, the beast from the Bay. It was very, very close in my eyes.
Yeah, I agree. It'll be, I think maybe just a couple little zones there in Matt's lead, but either way, that was a great, great battle. That's a top-level, finals battle.
Frederick Aasbo, Dylan Hughes, you can see the stats there from 2020. 5 battles. Freddie's gotten them all, but we've seen great success from Dylan Hughes. He knows, he likes this track. He's won here before. Much different, drier conditions now, but of course, he doesn't want to see a rain dance. And the Rockstar Energy Drink Toyota GR Supra, look at that as Dylan gains some ground here. Rock solid, Rockstar. Past that first and second inside zone through the power alley. Dylan Hughes and that Permatex BMW trying to gain some ground and just not able to do it. As Freddie does it at angle, with that style. And Dylan Hughes, watch this. Here we go again.
Yeah, Frederick Aasbo's car, once again, just showing that it is consistently the fastest car out there. It is so quick, and he's still making it look smooth. Oftentimes when you get a car that's this quick, it's twitchy, it's disruptive, it doesn't want to go in the direction you want it to, but it looks really good. And Dylan Hughes still does a great job in the chase here. I like that he still stays on a proper line. He's fighting through a bit of smoke there. He doesn't go for like a crazy dive. He wants to gain the proximity, but he's not going to give up an entire zone just to try and get in the side of the door. So it's a really heads-up play there from Dylan Hughes, who's now going to get the lead. He's going to get that fresh air. He did get to chase first, and maybe Frederick Aasbo, with all that speed, you don't know what's all left tread-wise on that car. And maybe this is the opportunity for Dylan Hughes to stretch his
great
legs.
point.
Yeah.
Yeah, we talked about that tire attrition.
That's the hard part. You get a car that's that gripped up. I mean, you're gonna eat through some tire.
Look at that I mean, the smoke is literally just hovering. It's not dissipating whatsoever. And, you know, the lights illuminate it just a little bit more.
Need to get the airboat guy back.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Right?
Airboat.
Yeah, airboat guy. I think there's a few airboats around here.
I'm gathering there might be 2 within a mile.
Yeah, I bet you there's more than that. I bet you there's more than that. There's probably a dude with 6 in his backyard right around the corner.
All right, so again, looks like starter Matt, making sure they're good. Looks like thumbs up. Let's go, clear to send. Dylan Hughes will lead. Our final battle of our Pennzoil, grade 8. Dylan Hughes, that Permatex BMW, initiates. So does Freddie. Freddie gets cozy with Dylan Hughes. But Dylan can see, look at that, just firing off out of the hood. And now transitioning through Frederick Aasbo. Once again, tucks in. He got that proximity, but you talked about that tire attrition. And there he goes. Dylan, good placement of the car, but Freddie just had enough to keep and maintain that proximity while at angle.
Yeah, it's a really great run here from Dylan Hughes. A lot of left foot brake there, trying to hold that car up there, but he does a great job of making it look smooth, very consistent. Frederick Aasbo almost bit at the very end of outside zone 1, and it could have been a really bad turn for him. And then through the transition, Aasbo does a great job of timing it to get to punch through the smoke. Dylan Hughes just very consistent. So is Frederick Aasbo. I think Freddie could have gotten a little bit closer. He left a little bit more on the table than I was kind of expecting. But yeah, right through there, that could have been a really bad wreck for Frederick Aasbo. But he still is consistent, does a great job all the way through. And yeah, I mean, I think he's learning some lessons and not having it happen again. He's trying not to overcommit too much. But I don't know though. That's the thing. At this point, we're seeing a lot of these runs where drivers are dooring each other. I don't know if staying 2 feet behind them is going to be enough anymore.
All right, let's see who's moving on. You'd have to assume they're sliding left, but again, I'm not a judge and I don't envy it. Frederick Aasbo, the Rockstar Energy Drink, Toyota GR Supra gets the win. Dylan the Dozer Hughes is knocked out. So, as our final 4 is set, so let's throw it down to Lorette Nickel, who is with James the Machine Deane.
Well, James is watching the screen very intently to see what's coming up. You're going against Frederick Aasbo in Final 4. So, tricky day, but you still have plenty of energy. You are ready.
Yeah, we're ready. We're enjoying every moment out there. It's been the most challenging Orlando I've ever experienced, just between the weather. Now the wind has stopped, the smoke is looming, so visibility is really bad. But, you know, we're enjoying every run as we do. But it's very hard because the track is different every time you drive it. And you're trying to push hard and then something changes and you're just trying to make the most of what you have. But it's a challenge. But going up against Aasbo next is always a crazy battle. Like, we have full trust in each other and you can just push it to the max and let's see what happens.
Yeah, incredible that you have so much trust with Frederick. And can we expand a little bit on the visibility and what you're seeing or what you're not seeing out there?
Yeah, so the first run is pretty challenging because, oh no, sorry, the second run is challenging. The first run is pretty okay, but by the time you come back to the line, the whole track is just covered in a cloud of smoke. So if you're in the chase position, all you're doing is just going wherever the lead car is going. You don't know where he's going, but you're following him, and it's like having full faith and confidence in that lead driver. So it's hard, but you just have to do it and push hard and believe that it's going to work out.
These drivers up for the challenge. Jared.
Thank you so much, Lorette, as we enter our Type S Final Four. Brandon Sorensen, Odie Bakchis. The way these two gentlemen are driving, I think this is a fairly equally matched battle. Just as far as the aggression, their lead runs, their chase runs, all this. If they bring what we've seen previously here tonight, this should be a door banger once again across the nose of that Subaru BRZ goes Brandon Sorensen. But look at that, Odie Bakchis. The orange glow underneath that BRZ of field suspension. And now coming down, he timed it so perfectly earlier, and he does it again! This is what I'm talking about. Odie just has these beautiful drift whiskers, his awareness. He is like a cat. He just pounces on it, he backs off, has that physical awareness of the catitude, man. Like he's just right there. He lets him go by and drops right in. I mean, it's inches.
It's incredible.
Centimeters.
I think Odie Bakchis is going for the fast orange clean chase of the day right now.
Absolutely.
He's cleaned it up a lot. I mean, he was absolutely destroying people and taking out body panels, but he manages to make that transition with little to no contact. I mean, phenomenal work from both drivers. Brandon Sorensen's lead is very committed. We're not seeing the left foot brake on that outside zone 4, which means he's found a really good place with that car. Little micro adjustments here or there, but look at this. Brandon Sorensen on throttle, riding the angle out. No left foot brake through there. That alone is incredibly impressive.
Yeah, just staying on it. And, and also, you know, I liked, look at this. So before the result, James Deane, Odie Bakchis, Brandon, and Frederick Aasbo, those are all in the Final Four. So top 4 are in the 4. Connor Shanahan, obviously that's going to change, or he's going to hold his point a lot, man.
Yeah.
He'll hold his point a lot. Actually, no, he's going to hold his position.
Yeah.
He's going to 100% hold 5th.
Yeah.
So Connor will hold 5th. Where they end up as far as 1 through 4, that is to be decided. Obviously, things kick off with this battle.
Yeah,
what I was going to say is I liked the composure that Brandon didn't go full on. And I think he's dialing it back a little bit to your point about tire attrition, as well as Odie didn't bang doors. I like the composure and not pushing him around. That showed, again, that extra level of composure, as now we are seeing a restart there.
Wasn't sure if that was a cone or just sleeping at the light. It might have been a cone, as Sopa very carefully replacing that bad boy. So yeah, we get 3 strikes and you're out. So for the lead car, they're the ones that could trigger a restart. You can get it for either hitting a cone, sleeping at the light, or jumping the light. So you've got about 1 formula drift after the lights go out to launch off the line. But in this case, Odie just touching a cone just a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, look at, wow. And here we go, take a look. The field suspension, BRZ out front, initiating simultaneously. And look at the young man just with these absolute destroyers, veterans of the sport. Odie Bakchis goes down into that power alley. Odie, big angle there. And look at him, just gaining more distance at angle. Look at Odie Bakchis. I'm telling you, just his I don't want to say complacency, but his calmness is just like a lake, man. It's like the calmness that the wind, it's just that, I don't know, it's a perfect storm right now for Odie.
Yeah, it is. It's the weekend he's needed, and especially with how tight this points race is getting as we get those updates almost in real time. Odie needs this. He really, really wants it. We talk about, you know, drivers that have gotten so close to championships but never won it, and Odie's in that conversation every time. Brandon Sorensen, it looks like he just runs out of traction halfway through 4. Yeah, tough call, but I mean, Odie's doing a great job out in the lead. Unfortunately, Brandon just not able to keep the proximity as they come through zone 3 and make their way through zone 4. He's trying to find every little bit of traction he can, but man, look at how stable Odie's car is. It's just, it looks like it's on rails. It's like a ride at Disney.
Yeah, but also just the way it's progressing, gaining more speed with that degree of angle, it is just so impressive. And again, he has, he's been working on suspension for 20, 30, 25, 30 years, from 2 wheels to 4 wheels, and just he's a consummate student with suspension and suspension setup. He's helped other teams. It's his own company. So this is a testimonial to track setup, suspension setup. As you can see, Brandon, he's taking a look, reviewing the tail of the tape. And Brandon needs this, otherwise he is outside of a podium, because he's 8th. Or actually, no, not 100%, I digress. Odie Bakchis gets the win and is going to the finals. Odie is guaranteed a podium spot. I digress. Brandon is 8th. So if Aasbo wins, he would get 3rd place. Right. So it's James Deane versus Frederick Aasbo. And if Aasbo wins, Brandon Sorensen would out-qualify James Deane. So now, again, real live update for our Drivers' Championship. Odie now assumes the Driver Championship lead. But again, still 3 more battles left, because Odie's in the finals. Brandon Sorensen waits in the wings. But up next, James the Machine Deane, 5 championships. Frederick Aasbo, you can see that Ford Racing wing just glowing underneath those, the Ford Racing logo glowing above those signature Mustang taillights. Ford Mustang, what a legendary vehicle in many different motorsports and many different disciplines. From drag racing to NASCAR to off-road racing, like Von Gitt Jr. doing Baja 500 with the Ford Raptor, the Bronco. But, unprecedented 2025 victory. Frederick Aasbo, James Deane, a lot of it. And here they are once again in the Final Four. But it was James Deane at the end of the season that took Ford Racing, the signature blue oval, to the top. And he got it done in 7, not 8 rounds. He's the first ever 4-time champion, and in 2025, he's the first ever, of course, 5-time champion. Can he make it a 3-peat like we saw previously in a different vehicle? And now here he is taking the reins once again for his 4th season. The first season was interesting. It was, he crashed the car, he broke a collarbone, did all these things, came back, developed and built a car that took him to a championship. Like I said, in 24, 25, the question is, can he do it once again in 26? We know how capable he is as a driver, and man and machine coming together, or machine and machine, because he is James the Machine Deane, with his vehicle. Very impressive, and Frederick Aasbo wants to put a stop to that.
Yeah, 17 battles over their career. All these championships between them. You're talking about 2 of the greatest to ever drive an FD going head-to-head again. And the story is as old as time. The fiercest competitors, some of the craziest win rates that we've ever seen in drifting. 76% of all battles that Frederick Aasbo's gone into, he has won. 80% for James Deane. Let's take a look from 2020 until now. They're as fierce as they're going to get. And remember, too, James Deane, didn't come back for a couple of years, but when he came back, man, it's
presence
wild.
was felt.
Yeah, and both of them have marked themselves as people who have progressed the sport. When Frederick Aasbo was on his first tear, winning his championships, it changed the sport forever. It became this you have to be technical, you have to drive a perfect lead run, and then James Deane comes in and disrupts things, and James Deane leaves, and Aasbo takes over again, and James Deane comes back, and their battles back and forth are more than just on the track, but it's literally the history of the sport. Yeah. It's these 2 going at it. So, this battle is just a continuation of literally the history of our sport over the last 10 years.
Yeah. No, these are 2 giants of the sport. You'd love to see the different manufacturers between Toyota and Ford, and everybody just banding together. The evolution of the sport, previous to even Formula Drift, seeing Hachiroku as S13s, and now kids and young adults and old cats, fans of drifting of all ages, are choosing different platforms. And with the introduction of the RTR Ford Mustang coming with Dark Horse parts, utilizing a dedicated drift brake that was developed by Chelsea Denofa, Von Gitt Jr., James Deane. It's really amazing. The GR lineup of the Toyota as that GR Supra pulls up to the line. It's all a compliment to the sport of drifting and the progression of it. Talking to Jim Farley, drifting isn't a side dish, it is an entree, baby, and we are ready to send it as we have 5, 6, 7, 8 championships out here on track. Frederick, the Norwegian Hammer Aasbo initiates, and James Deane in tow. Look at him jump to the side. The RTR, the pony, riding side saddle to that Supra. Now coming down into the power alley. You can see Frederick Aasbo navigate. James has to back off just a little bit to allow him to pass. And then that Bronco bucks right back up to the side of the Supra, crossing that finish line. Well done by, again, these titans and mammoths of the sport.
Yeah, it's so incredible to get to watch this. I mean, it's just the amount of wins between them is nuts. Frederick Aasbo, 316 matches won in his career. That is a number that I don't know if he'll ever be beaten. But man, look at this. Just so phenomenal out in the lead. James Deane, when he gets the initiation done, he just locks in on Frederick Aasbo's door and just goes for it. Through the transition, looks good. There's James Deane just matching the angle all the way through, matching step for step. It really is. This is just a beautiful joust between two of the greatest that have ever done it. At one of the best tracks to watch them go at.
It's just such a raw track. Like you said, it's so simple, but so complex at the same time. All the elements between Mother Nature, you know, the heat, the humidity, the rain, the wind, all of it, the fans. How you doing out there, Orlando? Make some noise. We still got a packed house, baby. Stomp your feet, make some noise. Okay, too hard. Yeah, too hard. My fall over. My fall over. All right, taking a look at the race data labs, the Wally, seeing the navigation, the vehicles, the XL and the D-Cell.
Yeah, look at them. They're just, right into 50 miles an hour by the time they're at the end of outside zone 4. They're picking up speed still, coming through 4. A bit of a D-Cell to the intersection, but let's swap them around and see how this Battle of the Titans goes.
Who's going against Odie Bakchis? Who's getting 3rd place? We will find out right now, or will we? James the Machine Deane, that Pennzoil, O'Reilly Auto Parts, Ford Racing, RTR. High on the wall, but Frederick Aasbo's not giving him an inch. The signature James the Machine Deane, big angle. Frederick Aasbo pokes his nose. Outside! Big straightening by Frederick Aasbo. James Deane pulling away. Finds himself in the crease, lick the stamp and send it. Right there where the rubber meets the line. He just found that sweet spot, that transition going from outside zone 1 into that power alley, and that inside zone 1 has shown to be difficult for many drivers and such a veteran like Frederick Aasbo.
Yeah, I mean, what an incredible battle. Just a little bit of a mistake from Frederick Aasbo, just reared its head. A little bit later on, he goes for that dive and gets caught out a little bit early on the transition, tries to keep that car on track so it's not an immediate incomplete by going off. And James Deane not phased out front, just running his race. Look at the amount of smoke piling up on what would be his passenger side door. That car just pulls smoke up to the side. So not so much there on the driver's side, but as soon as it comes back around, look at it. You can't even see the side of the car. It is insane, but man, yeah,
look at
unfortunately
that right there, like a magnet. Exceeded it just by a couple Nitto tire treads.
Wow.
But look at that. Great. I'm loving the livery. You know, you can see the green line highlighting the fender flares there. The Type S Final 4. Who's going to the final? Slide them left for Freddie or right for James Deane. And it looks like James the Machine Deane gets the win. Frederick Aasbo will get 3rd place with Brandon Sorensen just a bit outside. Aasbo out-qualified Brandon Sorensen. So, man, shout out to Brandon. What a great effort here this weekend. Definitely hold his head high, just outside of holding the carbon fiber flute on the podium. But a quick fist pump there from James the Machine Deane. And again, we saw it there earlier with his teammate Ryan Tuerck, a little more detrimental to his equipment. But there it is. The finals are set. Odie Bakchis, always a bridesmaid, never a bride. I've said that so many times, and I know he wants to just say, shut up, Jared, I want to get married. I want to get married to, I know he's got a lovely wife and a family, but I'm talking about to a big chrome, shiny championship trophy, and there it is. James Deane jumps up, but who will be 10 points richer? Will Odie Bakchis supersede James Deane and go 106 to 98? Brandon Sorensen jumps up to 3rd, Freddie sits in 4th, and Connor Shanahan will finish round 3 sitting in 5th. A lot of turning and burning left to go. You can see the signature smoke looming over Orlando Speed World. One battle left on a crazy 2 days here at round 3 of the Formula Drift Pro Championship. James Deane and Odie Bakchis in the finals when we return.
Looking for a college where you can learn by doing? The University of Northwestern Ohio puts the wrench in your hand and your future in motion.
I would recommend UNOH to anybody who wants to excel in this industry.
With industry connections, cutting-edge equipment, and programs in automotive, diesel, high performance, robotics, and more, this is education that works.
You will come to this school and you will leave 10 times what you were when you came here.
Apply now at unoh.edu.
At the limit, performance tells the truth. From the drift track to off-road to the open road, Kenda engineers its tires where failure is not an option. Vesda Performance, Cleaver all-terrain. One engineering standard, professional grade. From the podium to the pavement. Kenda, find your retailer at kendatire.com.
Get out there and have fun. Because you've got Maguire's. And we've got your back. From wash, to paint care, to maintenance and more, Maguire's has your hybrid ceramic solution for every adventure. Maguire's, reflect your passion.
Wow, I don't know, I'm lost for words. Huge thanks to the RTR team, Pennzoil Ultra Platinum, my family that are watching at home. I wish you were all here. I wasn't expecting it this weekend, you know? Wow, yeah, this is a lot, but thank you all.
James Deane, he does have another battle in the finals. Matt Field, the Beast from the Bay, versus your official 2025 and 5-time Formula Drift champion, James the Machine Deane. Let's send it for the final time here in Utah. Your 2025 and 5-time Formula Drift champion, trying to sweeten the deal with a victory here in Utah.
It's just a dream. It's a dream come true. I dedicated my entire life to this sport, and I'm very, very lucky to be driving with such an amazing team.
Matt Field would love to get the win and advance above Adam LZ and Frederick Aasbo going into the final round, but James Deane, once again, dominant in the 2025 season. Man, clinical, the doctor, the machine. Your winner, round 7 of that FD Championship is unanimously, James the Machine Deane is your winner and champion.
Young me would have never believed that I was capable of this. So for anyone watching, that you have dreams, just chase them, because if you're passionate enough and you work hard enough, anything is possible.
James the Machine Deane!
This is amazing, and can't wait for Long Beach. We're going to enjoy it.
Oh yeah, you can see it there, looming in the shadows, the Irish pilot, James the Machine Deane. Pennzoil, O'Reilly Auto Parts there, Shelby. Coincidence, she works for a Ford team. By no coincidence. As James Deane pulling around. He would love to take this victory, but I'll tell you what, who wants it more? Odie Bakchis. James is making it look so easy, and Odie has just a calmness. Like I said, just like a glassy lake, ready to just get shredded. There are the stats, there are the numbers, there are the drivers. James Deane, Odie Bakchis, the Type S Finals. Keep the night lit up with your phones. We got cameras out, we got video cameras on. We are live around the world on the Racer Plus Network. When they run, go ahead and shoot the videos and shoot the phone and shoot the photos, but keep your lights on. As the Type S finals are here. Type S lights glowing underneath Odie Bakchis' vehicle, pulling past the Formula Drift, shopfd.com for all your Formula Drift gear. One last time through the pre-grid. In his field suspension, Subi Mods, Subaru BRZ. 2 Gladiators, 2 men enter, 1 man leaves. Will it be Odie Bakchis or 5-time and defending Formula Drift champion, James Deane?
Yeah.
Signature eyes are smiling, the PBK lid. One of your fellow Canadians there, you gotta love PBK. Lock it in. Locked, rock, and ready to rock. Making his way to the start line, the growl of that signature Ford power plant. Make some noise for him. James the Machine Deane and Odie Bakchis. You got the chills?
I got chills, man. I got goosebumps. This is nuts.
A great battle upon us. Odie Bakchis locking in his Hans device, his head restraint, making his way to the start line.
Entering the arena.
Like 2 lions, 2 gladiators, tons of horses, including the horsepower and the Mustang. Who will be on the top spot? We know Frederick Aasbo is locked in that 3rd place spot due to his 3rd place qualifying, besting Brandon Sorensen in that final podium spot. Qualifying's back, utilizing the race data labs, and with every round of competition utilizing Wally, I think all the fans, drivers, and everybody gains more education, more information, utilizing technology. Are you ready to send it, Orlando? The final 2 times. First up, James Deane will lead in his Pennzoil O'Reilly Auto Parts Ford Racing Ford Mustang RTR Spec 5 FD against Odie Bakchis, the field suspension Subi Mods GT Radial BRZ. Send it! Here we go. Let's see what kind of initiation across the nose. Odie Bakchis has been one heck of a chase driver. Drops into formation, and there he is. Like I said, the cat whiskers. James Deane trying to rub belly and tame that cat, but Odie Bakchis just allows it to pass. And there goes James Deane getting right to that line. Not mimicking that angle, but definitely has proximity. Talking about Odie Bakchis. James Deane does exactly what was expected and anticipated, but Jacob, that tire attrition, keeping the tires underneath the car, making sure you got the side bite, and don't loop it. Don't push too hard and make a mistake yourself.
Yeah, this is such a battle right away. Look at the way that Odie just snaps the car right into the side of James Deane, holds it there all the way through that first outside zone. Through this transition, look how deep James is on 2, and transitioning out to 3. He's got just a solid lead line. Gets that car locked into 4, and now Odie slowly clawing his way to the side of James Deane. What a fantastic run we just got to witness, and we're only halfway through it. Both of them are I mean, since practice, both of them are locked in. You saw it through every single battle. You saw it all the way through, everybody that they took down. James Deane taking out Connor Shanahan, Adam LZ, Matt Field, Frederick Aasbo. Odie took down Simon Olsen, Rad Dan, Jack Shanahan, Brandon Sorensen. Just think about everything they had to go through just to get to this point. The Wally system showing just how close they are. A little bit outside of 3 feet, so much of that zone. Just an incredible first half of this battle. And now we wait for the smoke to clear so they can go at it one more time, potentially for the final time tonight here in Orlando. What an evening.
Are you tired yet?
No,
Let's run it back.
Let's do it again.
We're not leaving. Here we go. Are you ready to send it for potentially the final time? Who's coming out on top? Odie Bakchis, James Deane. The smoke is lingering, and so are the fans. They want to find out eagerly. We're waiting with bated breath to see, will it be Odie Bakchis or James the Machine Deane? Here we go. Let's send it! Come on, Orlando! And across the globe, Justin Smash drops in just like these two in this that first outside zone. James very aggressive, in tow, trying to ride shotgun there with Bakchis, pulling and pushing the Bucking Mustang, absolutely firing off and pulling through that power alley. Bakchis pulling away from James the Machine Deane. Bakchis pulls across, and James Deane comes across the finish line, and Odie had the car, the prowess, the calmness, the drift whiskers. He had the catitude. He was just absolutely on it, man. Absolutely insane. He had the ratitude attitude. He's gonna be over the moon. I mean, James had it there, but watch Odie just pull away from him.
It's this consistency all the way through the event, and it allows James Deane to just slide into the pocket like that on initiation, but Odie not phased at any point in time, doing a great job through the inner clips. Every transition is so smooth, and really, he just finds this grip, he finds the attrition to fight through, and James Deane, it's so rare to see it, but gets walked away from in the final zone. That is something you don't see often. That is something you may never see again, but we got to witness it tonight here in Orlando. What an incredible way to wrap up what is one of the most epic events we've ever seen.
What just a dynamic event. That's just the word I can think of. Just a little tumultuous, a little chaotic, a little crazy, and it's all ours. Formula Drift. What a sport, what a motorsport, and thank you to all the sponsors, the people, the fans, the team, the crew, just everybody. You know, it's really dynamic to see everybody come together after 23 years of Formula Drift. We're still progressing, developing cars, developing parts, and all of it. And we have a unanimous decision. We'll bring them front and center alongside Frederick Aasbo. As again, we are seeing some celebratory donuts here, courtesy of our 1 and 2. These guys are tired, hot, sweaty, and ready to find out who comes out on top. Frederick Aasbo, Bakchis, James the Machine Deane. What a run it has been.
What a night. What a weekend.
What a crazy 2 days.
Yeah.
We talk about the pro spec weekends just being, very long. It starts on Thursday, ends on Saturday night between all the qualifying, all the different formats. But the weather, the heat, it takes a lot out of you. But this has been great. It's been exciting. It's been dynamic, and some of the best fans here in Orlando. Make some noise, Orlando. Thank you for being you. You guys do such a great job showing up, enduring the heat, the rain, the conditions, just all the emotions, and that's I hang out with a lot of different racers, a lot of different personalities and golfers and sports and athletes, and you got to win before you show up, because no matter how you finish, you still have your fans, and they'll cheer you on if you're first or 101st, because they love you and they invest into you, both monetarily and emotionally. So just know that. You win before you show up, and stay loyal to the soil. So thank you for all the fans that cheer, boo, and everything in between. But look at these 3 absolute legends. 8 championships between just those 2 cars on the right, and oh so close so many times on that far left. And I'm talking about Bakchis. He's been so close. Could this be the year?
I mean, if there's any year, this is it. I've never seen him drive like this. It's so consistent. It's so aggressive. He's built an all-new chassis for him. He shut up a lot of people by building this car. He went, oh, you don't think it can handle well? Here you go. Developed an entire program based around it. Wow.
Well, here we go. Without further ado, 3rd place at round 3 of the Formula Drift Pro Championship in the Rockstar Energy Drink Toyota GR Super on Kenda tires, Frederick the Norwegian Hammer Aasbo. All right, now without further ado, the unanimous winner here all across the board, fought tooth and nail with all the conditions, the rain, the sunshine, and all of it, a calmness throughout the weekend, has got him to the top of the box at round 3 at Orlando Speed World of the 2026 Formula Drift Pro Championship. The winner unanimously is Bakchis gets the win. Odie Bakchis gets the win in the field suspension GT Radial Subaru BRZ.
That's a great story we have about that.
And with that, he says that's a great story, and it is. The story continues because second place is James the Machine Deane as O'Reilly Auto Parts, Pennzoil, Mustang, Ford Racing, RTR, Spec 5, FD. What a crazy 2 days it's been. Lorette, I'm sure everybody is sweaty, stinky, and ready to party. And Lorette, down to you with Odie Bakchis, our winner here. Again, he's been calm all weekend. Have you noticed that? He's just been calm.
He has been calm. He has just told his team all the little details are what mattered. That's what made the difference. What were those little details?
Yeah, it's just chasing the right setup, and thankfully the field coilovers, they're so adjustable. They adapt to the track conditions perfectly. I had Kai jumping under there, changing low speed compression, high speed compression, and it's just making me super comfortable. And then Tanner chasing the alignment and making sure we have good tire wear so we have enough tire for the last part of the track. And Nate just jumping in and whatever had to be done. It was a great team effort, and I'm so thankful everything clicked together. And this freaking car rips. We're learning more and more about it, and I'm so excited about it.
And let's talk about exactly that, because after such an intense night, what does this win say about where you are with your program?
It's great. I developed Nissan S chassis for a long time, and I was like, okay, I think I need to keep expanding, keep pushing, and jumping into something brand new to me, and going through all the development preseason, and then doing things, what I feel like we're doing right during the season is paying off, and it's really satisfying learning the chassis quickly and applying all the stuff that over the 16 years I've been sweating over and stressing over, and really applying that knowledge into a new car is so much fun because it's rewarding.
Odie's been chasing that win since St. Louis in 2023. Well done, Odie Bakchis, your winner here in Orlando.
Thank you so much, Lorette. Congratulations to Odie Bakchis. Slide him right unanimously. Robbie Nishida, Brian Eggert, and Reese Marin. What a victory. It was defiance. It really, I think, is going to create a trajectory as we go into a new track, a new venue, a new state. We're going to Stafford, Connecticut. A lot of unknown, the X factor, the unknown, no setup, no previous driving, none of them. And Odie Bakchis takes the lead in the Drivers' Championship with 3 rounds of 8 in the books. James in second, Brandon Sorensen slides up to third, Frederick Aasbo fourth, and Connor Shanahan holds a top 5 spots. So congratulations to him. Jacob, any of your closing thoughts?
Yeah, just love this track, love this community, love this sport. So thank you so much for coming out, everybody, and everybody watching at home. This is just an incredible year, and it's only getting started.
And you love that you're going to sleep in your own bed tonight.
I'm not mad about that part at all, but still got a long way to go. We got a podium. Please stick around for that, and then we record a live podcast afterwards, and it's a lot of fun. A lot of fun.
Well, I appreciate you. Thank you so much, Jacob Gettens. Again, be sure to tune into every episode of the Outer Zone podcast, past, present, future, for all the stories on FD as it unfolds. Like I said, we're going to go to the podium, going to give out some trophies. I'm going to be there. We're going to be there. And again, congratulations to Odie, James Deane, and Frederick Aasbo. On behalf of the whole team, Lorette Nickel, Jacob Gettens, our whole judging staff, Vernon, Brian Egger, Reese Marin, of course, Robin Ishida, Ryan, Michael, Will, our whole staff. Thank you so much for enduring so many different things. Andy, Brian, Jazzy, Cassidy, everybody, there's so many people to thank. Thank you to our trusty FD staff and crew. Get home safely. And of course, we'll see you online or we'll see you another time. Send it. We'll see you at round 4 in Stafford, Connecticut. What? Send it for the Gym Nation.